Good evening. Welcome into the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. Blanchard Lions football is on the air. Todd Lisby along with Drake Vitito. The great Nate here in the booth with us tonight on the stream. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air as the Blanchard Lions look to improve to 7-0 on the season, taking on the Tigers, bringing their road show up from I-35, headed up north here to Blanchard tonight in a game between two teams, one of which is looking for playoff seeding and the other of which is looking to maybe hang on to a playoff spot in the Ardmore Tigers. Drake, you were not there last week, but Blanchard got a win over Tecumseh, a 2-hour rain delay. Appreciate Carson Craig stepping in for that one. It was not the prettiest of wins, but it was a win nonetheless. You got your max district points, and now another game tonight where you should take care of business against this Ardmore team. Yeah, and last week not only proved to be a victory for the Lions, but potentially a big week in the district race. Tuttle goes out and beats Bethany. Tuttle, a team that Blanchard will face here in a couple of weeks. So
like we were talking about before, this two little mini-game stretch here, these are two teams in both Tecumseh and Ardmore that are going to try and do one of two things. They're going to be keeping the ball for a long period of time, trying to eat up clock. Ardmore very, very run-heavy as a team. They're going to be looking for some ground game to be covered and for a lot of time to be ate off that clock as well. But with that being said, this is a team that Blanchard, one of the things that they need to do is go out and start good tonight, start fast. That's one of the things that we didn't see them do against Tecumseh last week. So it's going to be imperative that they get off to a hot start. Don't want to get behind in this game because if Ardmore can establish that run early, it's going to be two opponents that you're going to have to be dealing with, the football team and the clock itself.
There is a strong south wind tonight blowing from the right to the left as you're watching it on the stream, and Blanchard will kick off to start this game with that wind at their back, so Ardmore will have the ball first. Let's meet tonight's starters, brought to you by Brightway Insurance. And Drake, run through the offensive and defensive starters for us.
Yeah, absolutely. On offense, we're just going to go whole smorgasbord here. Luke Meeker, Cade Saunders, Colin Cooksey, Braden Stacy, and Jace Jackson. For your linemen, Cole Watkins, Reston Vickery, Brayson Carter, Court Pierce. Your wide receivers, Hudson Perriman, your quarterback, Vaughn McIntyre. Your running back on defense, Reston Vickery, Court Pierce, Brayson Carter, and Jackson Oliver, your corners and safeties. You have Cole Watkins, Braden Stacy, Gunnar Fugit, and Gage Ellison, your linebacker group. Jace Jackson, Cade Saunders, Luke Meeker rounding out the defensive line for your Lions tonight.
And that is your starting lineups brought to you by Brightway Insurance. Tonight's injury report brought to you by the Blanchard Animal Hospital, Drake.
Absolutely. Braden Heffernan will continue to be out tonight. Still a question mark for Braden if he will be back this season. Braxton Rinkin with another injury that was sustained a couple weeks ago, and then Gavin Rich as well. So we were talking about it on the coaches show this week. That line, it's going to be tough for this line, both offensive and defensive. They got to find some continuity. Some of the guys have been injured. They're out. So the guys that are stepping up, it's just going to take a couple of weeks for this line squad to get those reps together. So this is a great footprint to lead into what is a huge game next week.
Tyson Laster and Jawan Lee are back to receive the kickoff from Matt Campbell for Blanchard.
These are definitely some new unis.
Yes, they are. The black unis tonight, by the way, just mentioned a second ago, but tonight's injury report again brought to you by Blanchard Animal Hospital. Game number 7 of what you hope is a 14-game season if you're the Blanchard Lions.
What is this? Is this
as soon
two-thirds?
as we got a little delay. We haven't got the inflatable off the corner of the end zone yet, so we're getting that handled.
2/3 of the season done after this tonight?
Well, 7 out of 14 would be half.
No.
But
Regular
if you're talking
season,
about regular
mean.
season, it would be 7/10, Drake.
This is game 7.
That does not reduce, yeah. So we are currently 3/5 of the way through.
Lovely. I was never good at numbers, as you can tell.
All right, now we've got the signal to play as Campbell will kick it away. It's going to go to Jawan Lee, who can't handle it, has to go back to the 10 to get it. Goes left, now right, and gets hit hard at the 11. Big hit on special teams. I believe that was Vaughn McIntyre down there who made the play. And Ardmore will start from their own 11-yard line.
Special teams is a unit that has been really strong for this Lions group throughout the year, whether it be kicking or on punt. So really great starting position for this Lion defense to get to work.
Tonight's referee is Jeff Murray. The umpire is Danny Schote. Head linesman Gary Lewis. Line judge David Hammonds and back judge Kerry Sanders. I want to say to them, what's up, referee and crew? 1st and 10 for Ardmore. They marked the ball to the 13, which is a really generous spot on this first down. Flexbone triple option from the Tigers. There's a fullback dive going right out to the 16. Brayson Carter trying to pull the ball away, but not able to do so, as that's Kylan Haskins who gets the first down carry.
This is definitely the first instance of this year where you're going to see a team get in these formations, but not a formation that Blanchard is totally unfamiliar with. I think Poto ran something very similar in the playoffs, and then even going back to the regular season, Piedmont in 5A, very similar offense that Ardmore is running tonight.
Damon Coey is the sophomore quarterback under center. Coey looking to throw, goes up top. It's a wounded duck, and it's out of bounds. Looked like the ball slipped out of his hands on the throw a little bit, intended for Jaden's Wright, the freshman. This is a really young Ardmore team. And they're going to face an early 3rd down and long from their own 16. Tried to catch Blanchard off guard there with the pass.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of that trickery tonight, especially with the formation that is presented for Ardmore. Really good first couple of downs here for Blanchard.
3rd down is Coey. Sends a man in motion, now looks to the sideline. Coey plays with that Guardian cap on his helmet. Don't see that a ton in high school football, but the quarterback has it. 10 on the play clock. Is Ardmore going to take their time, even though the clock is stopped right now with 11:16 to go first quarter. It's a handoff up the middle, fullback again, and this one gets out to the 20-yard line for Kylan Haskins, and it's going to be 3 yards short of the first down, and Ardmore is going to kick it away.
Looks like we got a flag on the field after the play as well.
I didn't see that flag come in. We'll have to check that.
Think it might have been extracurricular. Don't know who it was on.
It's a personal foul on Blanchard, so it's going to give a first down to Ardmore on the penalty. That's going to move the ball from the 20 up to the 35. And a silly penalty for the Lions gives Ardmore a first down.
Yeah, you can see Coach Craig animated on the sidelines right there. Obviously one of the Blanchard players doing something they weren't supposed to. You don't want to give this Ardmore team any chances. Already on a hot start on defense, you don't want to give them any yardage to make it easier to work with in this drive.
Isaac Price checks into the game at corner for Jackson Oliver. As Coey goes under center on first down, it's a quarterback dive this time. Left side finds a little room out to the 38, and it closes down with Corrick Pierce on the tackle.
So one bad thing about the Guardian cap.
Yeah, the Guardian cap did come off there for a second. I would say this, Drake, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust like that, you get 3 yards, that's a win if you're an option team. You just can't go backwards.
Right, and that's going to be key for this Lions team tonight. We said it the same versus Poto and Piedmont last year. Got to do work in the early downs, force them into those throwing positions that we've already seen case in point tonight. They're not too comfortable with doing. 2
receiver set this time for Ardmore. Coming up on the 10-minute mark here in the first quarter. Opening drive of the game is going into the shotgun now is Coey. It's an underneath handoff to Stubblefield. Running right, he turns it up at the 40. Nice run to the 45. First down to the 46 for Jermaine Stubblefield. Another freshman out there, again, for this young Ardmore team who moves the chains. Drive that was kept alive by a 3rd down penalty is now nearing midfield.
Coach Craig said there was a couple of spots where they thought that there would be some athleting happening, if you will, on the edges. It's going to be really important for this Lions team to keep those edges sound because they haven't really had anything working besides what they've been able to get on the edges.
First down and 10 from the 46. Coey hands to the fullback Laster, running right, gets out to about the 49, and is driven backwards there. That's Haskins on the carry. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Here's the other thing about, just the particular offense that Ardmore is running. There's going to be a lot of gang tackling happening. There's going to be spots where the running back's going to be stood up on a potential tackle. We've seen a lot of strips happen with this Blanchard defense. You got to feel like someone's coming tonight.
Option again is Coey will throw right side. Pass caught, hit immediately. Price with the tackle, but it's a grab by Jaden's right to the Blanchard 45 on just a little hook route, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and 1. It's exactly the down and distance that Ardmore wants to be in.
Absolutely. And especially, with those successful 1st and 2nd downs that Ardmore could potentially get tonight, sets up shorter passing games, and I think they're a little bit more comfortable with that than something from a down and distance a long far away.
Under center, flex bone look, and Ardmore move before the snap. This is going to be a huge break for Blanchard as the Tigers got moving a little early. Our referee, Jeff Murray, will signal a false start and moves it back now to a 3rd down and 6, which is much better position for Blanchard defensively. Puts the ball right at midfield. Looks like the Blanchard line is leaping over the football.
Like that.
With that midfield logo, and it'll be a 3rd down and 6. Need to get it to the Blanchard 44.
I don't know the decision-making process and what games versus what games we don't get referee cards, but thank you to whoever makes those decisions for us.
Coey fakes the underneath handoff, going up top for right, overthrew him. Brayson Carter was step for step in coverage, so now it's 4th down, and Ardmore will have to punt the ball.
It's an interesting decision.
I would say this, not a obviously you don't score there, but that I think would be considered a win for the Ardmore offense. You ran 4 minutes off the clock nearly, and you got the ball out to midfield.
Yeah, I'm a little puzzled by the third down decision. I definitely thought they thought that they might be in a little bit of fourth down territory there, so maybe you play for 2 plays right there and go running game both. But good break there for the Lions, taking advantage of the penalty given to them by Ardmore.
Coe will punt it away. As it's a high snap, but Coe handles it. The kick is going to be caught by Pierce, and he dropped it. The ball's loose on the turf, and we'll see who's got it. They're piled up. I think Pierce got it back.
Yeah.
Yep, Blanchard did get it back at the 29-yard line. But a dangerous moment there early on for the Blanchard special teams.
Yeah, that was one of the keys for Coach Craig as well on the Coach's Show on Tuesday, and we've heard it a lot. We said it a lot ad nauseum this season. When you're going up against a team that you should get out to an early, quick lead on, a team that you should beat, got to make sure the little things are done correctly, and that includes making sure the ball goes in your hands and not getting any sort of penalties. So lucky break there for the Lions. We'll see what the offense can scrounge up in their first drive.
Blanchard goes tight end set on first down as Nathan Mosier in the game. Carter, the lone receiver, to the left. Perryman has McIntyre to his right. Play clock at 7. Mosier with a little motion to the outside as Perryman play fakes, looks up top for Pierce. Pierce goes up, makes the grab at the 40 into Ardmore territory, down to the 35. Ardmore coaches wanted a pass interference on Pierce as he used that offhand to create a little space and made a big grab. That's a gain of 36 yards on the play.
Yeah,
and that's a First United first down.
Thank you. I do think he got away with a little bit of extracurricular there, but really good wit to go up and catch it at its apex.
1st and 10. Ardmore 35. Handoff McIntyre, right side, bunched up momentarily, and then busts out to the right and gets about 3 yards down to the 32.
It's going to be really key for this Blanchard offense to get the run going early. That is one of the things that Coach Craig talked about Tuesday. They've really had to rely on their short game passing stuff to really open up the run, spread this defense out. I'd really like them to work a little bit opposite, set up the run to develop the pass.
2nd down and 7, handoff McIntyre again. This time he's hit in the backfield and dropped. Coming through to make the play for Ardmore was Javon Singleton, one of the few seniors that gets a lot of playing time on this team. It's a loss back to the 33 of 1 yard. Now it's a 3rd down and 8.
Now, so here's the problem of the run game, though. With the injuries being where they are right now on this O-line, you got to get the reps in for some of the younger guys or some of the people that are coming in that second unit. So it's going to take some time, but that's exactly what these 2 games are for, setting up that continuity within the O-line to make that space for that running back.
3rd and 8 from the 33. Need to get it to the 25 as Perryman looks to throw. Has time over the middle. Carter's got it. 1st down to the 20 as he's taken down immediately. A grab of 13 on the play and a First United first down as the Lions find themselves in the red zone with 6:42 to play in this first quarter.
Really like the read there from Perryman. Obviously that first look wasn't there. Took his time. The pocket didn't collapse. Really good job by the O-line for giving him time to see Brayson in that second setup and threw a perfect dot right on his chest.
Perryman, middle of the field, 20-yard line. Fakes the handoff to McIntyre, throws to Vickery, who makes the grab inside the 15, down to the 13. That was an RPO there, and Perryman read pass and threw it to Vickery for a 7-yard slant.
Just really hard when you're able to get set up that short-range pass. That RPO becomes a whole lot better when you're looking at a defense that's completely spread out instead of a packed box. Really good read there from the QB, and again, another dot right in the chest for Vickery.
Seen mostly Nathan Mosier on the field in this drive. Not as much Cole Watkins, a little bit more blocking inside perhaps. 2nd down and 3. It's a handoff. McIntyre sweep left, has room. 10, cuts upfield, might have slipped a little bit on the cut. He falls down to the 6-yard line. But that's a nice run of 7 yards. It'll set up a 1st and goal, another First United first down on this drive for the Lions.
And that's been a real common theme with the run game when it has been successful for this Lion group. I really think it's coming when they're testing those edges. They have a ton of athletes that can really go fast side to side, and you saw it right there, a really good run.
It's marked at the 7 where it's 1st down and goal. Ardmore playing press coverage on the outside. Perryman hands to McIntyre up the middle at the 5, untouched into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. Vaughn McIntyre with the 7-yard touchdown run. 5:25 to go in the first quarter, and Blanchard strikes first.
After that muffed punt from Corrig, that was a really good response there by the offense as a whole. Set up the run. There was nice balance on the offensive drive there. Both run and pass were working in the short game. Started by that long catch from Corrig in that first play of the game. Just a really great offensive drive from start to finish for the Lions.
Touchdown brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heating and Air. Price on for the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:25 to go first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heating and Air. 7-0 the score. Blanchard with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
Welcome back to Blanchard. 7-0 our score. The touchdown, Vaughn McIntyre from 7 yards out. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heating and Air. I want to shout out a couple of our sponsors while we have a second here. First United Bank and Mortgage, the LB Realty Group, Right Way Insurance, Blanchard Eye Care, the Wolf Family, Coops Performance Gym, and Blanchard Animal Hospital. We appreciate their support of Blanchard Lions football. Campbell will kick it away for the second time tonight. And this one goes to the left side. It looks like it might go out of bounds, but it stays in. It's a great kick as Laster picks it up, goes to his left out to the 10. Runs into his own man at the 13, and that's as far as he'll get. Laster did the right thing there. That thing was close to going out of bounds and would have put it at the 35, but it took an awkward bounce up the sideline instead of out of bounds, and Laster had to pick it up and had nowhere to go.
Is that the same exact spot as where it was last time?
It is, yep.
When's that going to happen ever again in our lifetime? It's pretty good.
13-yard line is where Ardmore will start both of their drives. Their first drive, they got it out near midfield.
It's a beautiful moon tonight.
Oh, the moon is crazy tonight. I think it's a supermoon, if I'm not mistaken.
I was about to say, that's not really a blood moon, is it?
I think it's a supermoon.
Great backdrop tonight, at least from our angle. So good you had to get a photo.
1st and 10 from the 13 for Ardmore. Quarterback Coey under center. Hands to the fullback up the left side. Nice carry. The ball comes loose late. Blanchard thinks they've got it. And we're waiting on the signal. It's
Wow.
Blanchard football. McIntyre recovered the fumble. I heard the sideline yelling ball, ball, ball. Never saw it come out, but McIntyre comes out of the pile with the ball, and Blanchard will have it at the 17 or the 16-yard line.
We hinted at it, that last offensive drive for Ardmore. There's going to be a lot of gang tackling going on, a lot of bodies everywhere. A prime opportunity for some of these secondary guys and linebackers for Blanchard to strip the ball while the running back's up top, and that's exactly what happened there. Great opportunity for this offense to get even further in that scoreboard.
Perryman on first down from the 16 after the turnover. Handoff up the middle. That's Fugit in at running back now, who runs to the 10, stays on his feet, gets hit from behind, and finally goes down there. 6-yard gain. By the way, I didn't see that fumble, but you know who did see it?
Who?
Referee Jeff Murray, umpire Danny Schote,
Yep.
head linesman Gary Lewis, line judge David Hammonds, and back judge Kerry Sanders.
Nice.
Tonight's crew. 2nd down and 4 from the 10-yard line after that 6-yard run on first down. Under 4.5 minutes to go when this ball will be snapped here in the first quarter. Perryman sends Vickery in motion. High snap, handles it, hands to Fugit. Left side, Fugit runs for the first down, gets to the 5, still on his feet, carrying tacklers to about the 3-yard line. Good hard run by Gunnar Fugit, a First United first down. It's 1st and goal, Blanchard at the 3.
I just like the poise and the gusto that I'm seeing from this Lions squad tonight. Ardmore, a team that they know they should go out and beat, handily in the first 3 quarters, playing like it tonight.
From the 3-yard line, a 1st down and goal for Blanchard. Perryman hands to Fugit again. This time he stacked up for a 1-yard loss. They'll mark it a 2-yard loss back to the 5. Nothing there is good work up front by the Ardmore defense there. We'll set up a 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, the gap just wasn't having it there that the O-line tried to create. Wouldn't be surprised here if we see a little bit of a short-range pass game situation here. The balance was really good in that first drive from Blanchard. Haven't really gone back to it yet in the short field situation. Got to feel like that's coming here.
Perryman on 2nd down sends Vickery in motion. Fakes the handoff to him. Perryman keeps it right up the gut and in. The defense ran with Reston Vickery, and Hudson Perryman ran to the end zone, and Blanchard is an extra point away from doubling their lead. It's 13-0 to the good guys with 3:34 to go here in the first quarter.
We've said it a lot this year. Every time that quarterback keeper has happened on that developing play, anytime, whether it be Hudson Perryman, Noah Smith, when they've kept it, usually great things have happened. And that was just another testament to it right there, another 6 for the Lions.
Price on for the extra point. Vickery will hold it. Price's kick is away. It looks good, and it is. 3:34 to go first quarter. Blanchard 14, Ardmore 0. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. This is Blanchard Lions football.
So you want to create your future. Discover a path worth traveling down. Find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical.
Welcome back as Campbell kicks it away. This one is over the head of the return man and goes into the end zone for a touchback. Great kick that time by Campbell. And it's going to be a 1st down for Ardmore from the 20-yard line.
Complimentary football being played right now in this game. You love to see it against an inferior opponent. Let's see if the defense can keep stacking.
Triple option football here from the Tigers. From the 20. Coey gets a snap. It was badly timed. Coey tries to run left. He's bounced outside. He's going to lose yardage. He's slung down by Corrick Pierce, who came in there like a slingshot back at the 17 for a 3-yard loss.
That's what's so hard if you're an opposing offense trying to go up against this Blanchard defense, trying to establish that edge. Brayson Carter and Corrick Pierce are just so good at A to B, point A to point B running. They're ball hawks, man, and they can get there on a line pretty fast. And you saw that there, Corrick blew it up pretty much in the backfield.
We'll thank some more of our sponsors while we have a second here. The Dental Garage, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Craig and Straight Orthodontics, Keeler Custom Homes, RV Oasis, and Quick Wrench. So we get ready for this 2nd down and 13 play from the 17. Coey under center. Looks like he's trying to throw it. It's a quarterback sweep as Coey carrying the ball like a loaf of bread out across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Dangerous how he was holding that ball away from his body, but a nice run for the sophomore quarterback. to get back the 3 yards lost and one more. It is going to set up a 3rd down and long, though, for Ardmore. 3rd and 9 from their own 21 upcoming.
To a much lesser extent than Brayson's little lateral last week. That's one of those clutches, those possessions where the coach goes, "What are you doing?" And then you're able to make something happen. You're like, all right, we'll let it slide this time.
Haskins, the senior fullback. As Coey looking to throw right side, pass caught. Defensive back slipped, and it's a throw and catch and a 1st down from Coey to Jaden's right. The freshman makes his 2nd grab of the game up at the 34. Good play on 3rd and 9, 13-yard gain for the Tigers.
Good play call, just a little bit of a slip there from Oliver. Felt like he was step for step there on that curl, just like you said, Todd. It was a slip, and you had to jump to go up and get it, so it was a perfect storm there for Ardmore, but you know that's going to come, so tough break.
2:20 to play first quarter, 14-0 Blanchard with the early lead. Man in motion as Coey will run left side. Coey bounces outside looking to get away from Carter, who wrestles him down at the 39, but not before he gains 5 yards. He's a little jitterbug, the quarterback there. He can get away from people in traffic.
Yeah,
did a nice job there just to bounce outside and get 5.
That was very close. Luckily, Brayson had a little bit of 2 handfuls of jersey there, but that edge was open for him if Brayson doesn't make that tackle.
2nd and 5 from the 39. Blanchard jumps offside, so it's going to be a 1st down on the penalty here for Ardmore. So it'll move it up to the 44, and the sticks will move again for the Tigers, who for the 2nd time this game have put a nice little start to a drive together. They just have not been able to get the ball across midfield yet.
Yeah, and this is why field positioning is so important as far as where you're starting these drives at. It's a big ask for Ardmore that, we haven't seen any true explosive plays yet from them. It's a lot to ask of a team like them to go pretty much the length of the field to score a touchdown. You're going to have some explosive plays built in there if you want to get back in this game, but you can't be given yards like the Blanchard D has in penalties.
Haskins is the fullback. He'll get a carry right side, trying to run through tackles, churning his legs out to the 46 for just a gain of a couple. And on the tackle that time for Blanchard, couple different players. I saw Gavin Rich in on that tackle. I think he was initially on our injury report, so good to see he's out there.
Yeah. And we haven't seen Cole Watkins yet, so my gut tells me there may just be a precautionary something keeping him out for what's to come next week, if I were to guess.
2nd down and 8 from the 46. There's a throw left side, complete to right, trying to get him a screen set up, and he's going to lose all the way back to the 42. They went laterally down the line that time. I think it was just barely a forward pass, so it's a completed pass, but it is a loss from the 46 back to the 42. 4-yard loss on the play, and now it's another 3rd and long for Ardmore. That is the 3rd catch for the freshman wide receiver, though, Jaden's Wright, who you can tell is their go-to guy out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Really good job by the Blanchard D, though, to do work on that 1st down. If you're going to challenge Blanchard in the flats, it's going to be a challenge with the athletes they have.
That play is the end of our first quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Our score after 1, Blanchard 14, Ardmore 0. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Speeds for lightning fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success. So visit us today at the
Welcome back to Blanchard. Third down coming up for Ardmore on the first play of this second quarter. 14-0 Blanchard with the lead after one. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Ardmore has it at their own 42, needs to get it to the Blanchard 46 as Coey's going to run with it. He's going to get the first down and more to the Blanchard 45 through a tackle to the 40-yard line. Blanchard was in man coverage, and Coey just pulled it down and runs for 17 yards and a first down.
And that's the element in this Ardmore offense that we haven't seen tonight. Obvious passing situation there for Ardmore. Ends up being a little bit of a, I don't know if it was designed, but a QB draw. Blanchard wasn't ready for it, didn't have any spies to watch out for the QB, and you end up getting a gash play. Those are the plays that Ardmore is going to need to stay in this game, but how few and far between are they going to come is up to this Blanchard defense to make the adjustments they have to make.
1st and 10 at the Blanchard 40 now as we're just underway second quarter, 14-0 Blanchard lead. Coey, the Ardmore quarterback, in the short shotgun. This is a quarterback run, and he's going to be flung to the turf for no gain, as that was Cade Saunders who came in to make the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Been really impressed with this Blanchard D-line group throughout the season. I remember, just years past, one of the big problems, not big, but some of the things that popped up during games was just being able, that middle run, not being able to get gashed with this Blanchard defense. But they've really been able to address some of those problems this year, and they've been a standout group, and a standout group full of studs on the defensive end.
Ardmore working out of this short shotgun again on 2nd and 10. Coey sends a man in motion behind him. Looks left, throws, intercepted. Out to the 50, to the 45. That's Gage Ellison to the 40. He lowers his head to the Ardmore 38-yard line. Gage Ellison gets Blanchard's second turnover of the night. And the Lions will again have good field position at the Tigers' 38.
Obviously a very young Ardmore team. Might have been a miscommunication there between quarterback and wide receiver. There wasn't really an eligible guy for Ardmore in the area that was thrown to, but really good job there by Gage Ellison, and got some more yards on top of it. So really good opportunity here for this Blanchard Lions to, again, starting field position for the offense. Don't have to go very far to score a touchdown. Just can't. No penalties, no turnovers, make it clean.
From the 38-yard line, this is Noah Smith in at quarterback now. Smith looking left, has all day, now looking right, floating, throwing, pass complete to the 30. Pierce sheds a tackle to the 25-yard line. Nice run after catch by Corrick Pierce to get 5 more yards. It's total going to be a 12-yard play and a first down.
Again, I'm going to, give props again to the O-line. Noah Smith had all day to throw back there. He got through about 3 or 4 different reads before there was a readjustment made by Corrick, and a great throw and a great catch, and got some yards after the catch as well.
Perryman out to wide receiver now on the left side. A First United first down for Blanchard at the Ardmore 25. 3 receivers left, 1 right for Smith. McIntyre gets the handoff, left side, big hole, 20-15, cuts upfield, 10 to the 5-yard line where he's finally going to be taken down, and it'll be a First United first down and goal for the Lions at the Ardmore 5.
It was a really good job. I mean, there was really no one near him on that first line of defense. It was pretty much open green for Vaughn. Took advantage of it that O-line gave him, and ended up being a huge gasher. Probably the biggest run so far we've seen tonight.
10 minutes to go. I think it is the longest from scrimmage. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Blanchard knocking on the door. First and goal from the 5. Smith sends Mosier in motion. Fakes the handoff. Rolling left. Mosier open in the flat, but it's knocked down at the line. Had him out there, but a good athletic play by the Ardmore defensive lineman to knock that one down. Gino Odom, another one of those sophomores out there for the Tigers, making the play, and it'll be a second down and goal.
Yeah, I like the play call. I think if the pass would have been completed, Nathan Mosier would have been able to get in for 6. But like you said, Todd, a really good individual effort there from the defensive lineman for Ardmore. Just made a really athletic play, timed the throw, and was able to get that bat down.
Don't forget the Lions will be back in action next Friday, 7 p.m. Pretty big game next Friday, Drake.
Very big game. And it feels like later than we usually get for Tuttle.
Smith hands to McIntyre on second and goal. McIntyre near the end zone. And there's the signal. It's a touchdown. Vaughn McIntyre's second touchdown run of the evening. And Blanchard is up 20-0 with 9:30 to go here in this first half.
There was some pass in that offensive drive from the Lions, but I really, really love what I've been seeing from that running game so far. Offensive line is being able to create these large gaps, and sometimes it's just the running backs being able to just beat a guy one-on-one. So really, really good balance tonight from the O. And like we've been saying all night, they're doing their job against a team that they should be doing the job against.
Vickery will hold on the extra point. Price will try to kick it through. It's the best-looking kick in the night, and it's right down the middle. 9:37 to go first half. Blanchard 21, Ardmore 0. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Welcome back. 9:37 to go first half. 21-0 Blanchard with the lead on Vaughn McIntyre's second touchdown run of the night. Campbell kicking into the win for the first time. It's a high short kick that's going to be fielded right at the 35-yard line and taken straight out of bounds by Jay-Sean Payne. It'll be at the 36, so that's where Ardmore will have it first down and 10 from their own 36. Best field position of the night for Ardmore. And they don't throw the ball much, but are now going into the wind. Are now with the wind at their back for the first time.
Who was that just placed the ball?
That was our referee tonight, Jeff Murray. Umpire Danny Schote. Head linesman Gary Lewis. David Hammonds is the line judge, and our back judge is Kerry Sanders.
Thank you.
Doing yeoman's work tonight. First and 10 from the 36, left hash for this Ardmore offense, who's yet to really make a deep drive into Blanchard territory. Coey, the sophomore quarterback under center. Little flex bone look, hand to the fullback. Straight ahead, that's Haskins, Kylan Haskins, who runs out to the 39 for a gain of about 3.
What stinks about guarding, or defending, I guess is a better word, against an offense like this is that you can know what's coming. But it's always stinks to go up against it because you know it's just going to be smash mouth football for pretty much the majority of the snaps. Blanchard's done a really, really good job in just bearing down and welcoming that challenge tonight.
Second down and 7. Coey, quarterback run, left side, bounces outside across the 40, still on his feet to the 43-yard line, 42-yard line, I should say, before he's knocked backwards. Going to set up a third down and about 4 for the Tigers from their own 42-yard line with 8:42 to go in the first half. Blanchard up 21-0.
And a big aspect that we don't talk about a lot is, the conditioning and the weightlifting that this team does. Powerlifting's a big deal in Blanchard, and it's one of those carryover sport ties that it can only do better for you if you're progressing in that realm as well. So, especially for matchups like this, because this is one of those games where your body's going to be hurting after.
Third down and 4 from the 42. Coey sends Stubblefield in motion, pitches to him right side. Stubblefield turns up, first down to the 46 across midfield and into Blanchard territory. Jermaine Stubblefield, another freshman. Seems like everybody's a freshman or sophomore for Ardmore with a nice run. Gets 10 yards and a first down.
Yeah, and that success, again, we've said it time and time again, that success is coming on the edges for Ardmore. They have the athletes to do it. It's just up to this Blanchard D to respond. They've done well, but with the best starting field position that they've had all game, Ardmore has a real chance to maybe drive down the field here and make something happen.
First and 10, Blanchard 48. Coey hands to the fullback Haskins, right side dive. Nice push inside the 45 to the 44. 4-yard first down run. And as mentioned earlier, when you run this type of offense, 4 yards on first down is a win.
Yep, absolutely. You can, this is where, the problem was when they got this far 2 drives ago. I thought they would definitely be playing for 4th down in this situation on the 3rd down that they had. So we'll see if it's the same story here, if the Lions can hold up for 2 more plays.
Ardmore also goes no huddle option as well, so hard to sub out against them as Coey in that short shotgun. Fakes the handoff sweep and gives to Haskins, the fullback, for another dive. This time not as much room. He gets a couple yards down to the 42 before he's tackled after a 2-yard gain.
Barring any setback here, like last time for Ardmore, you have to feel like this is 4th down territory unless you get a big play in the backfield from this Blanchard defense. Got to be prepared for anything, though. If they're playing for 2 downs here, got to be watching out for the pass if it happens.
3rd down and 4 from the Blanchard 42. Need to get it to the 38. Coey short shotgun with Haskins behind him. This time, hands off on the sweep to Laster running left. Laster tries to turn it up at the 40, and that's as far as he will get. Tackled by a few different Lions. Vaughn McIntyre in there, as was Gunnar Fugit. They'll give him the 39-yard line on forward progress, so it's going to be a 4th down and 1, and definitely a go-for-it situation here for Ardmore.
Absolutely, and the first big test here for this Lions defense. We've seen these similar situations with other teams. Never quite in an offense like the one Ardmore's running. Got to feel like a 1-yarder is an easy ask for this Ardmore team, but let's see what the Blanchard defense can turn up here.
Blanchard showing blitz in the A-gap on this 4th and 1. And we've got a timeout on the field called by Ardmore. We'll take it with them. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. 5:45 to go first half. 21-0. Blanchard on top. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors, tubs, showers, and cabinets. We can also grind and polish glass cooktops and remove scratches from stainless steel elevators and appliances. We focus on repairing just the spot with the damage, so you don't have to replace the whole surface. We work with apartments and residential properties all over Oklahoma. Give us a call today to schedule your repair.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research.
Welcome back. 4th down and 1 for Ardmore at the Blanchard 39. Tight formation with Coey under center. Coey hands to the fullback, running left, 1st down and more inside the 35. All the way down to the 31-yard line for Laster. 8-yard run on a 4th and 1. Don't forget at halftime we will have a scoreboard update brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage.
It's a couple interesting matchups.
I'll give you one score right now. 5-5, bottom of the 9th, Yankees and Guardians. Guardians with a 2-run pinch hit homer to tie it. Thoughts, Drake?
Not great, especially with Luke Weaver as your closing pitcher.
I think we got a flag after the play here. It's a face mask on Blanchard, a 5-yard face mask. I know that because of the signal from our referee tonight, Jeff Murray.
Nice.
I want to also shout out our umpire, Danny Schote, Gary Lewis, our head linesman, line judge David Hammonds, and back judge Kerry Sanders.
Great Nate here with us.
The great Nate here as well.
And Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock studios.
You would. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Handoff to Laster running right. Had a nice hole across the 25 to the 23, but Brayson Carter and Corrick Pierce closed it up quickly. Still a gain of 3 yards on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, it's pretty much 3 yards is the cutoff here for Ardmore. There, 1 or 2 you're not living with. 3 is that threshold where you're okay with. So, again, Ardmore putting together a really nice drive here. It's up to this defense to get up to the task.
Blanchard with an extra lineman on the field as Jackson Oliver comes off. pitch right side. And this is again Laster, who gets a nice run inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. On the pitch right side, he's going to gain about 5, and it'll set up a 3rd down and 2.
Ardmore's really sold out here to this edge run, like an outside zone, if you will, just run pattern. So it's working for them. I think they may have found a stride here for this drive. We'll see if they can punch it in the red zone.
Ardmore, I think, took over with about 9 minutes to go in the first half. We're down to 4:20 right now as Ardmore will use another timeout. On a 3rd down and short, 4:22 to go first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. 21-0 Blanchard with the lead. This is Blanchard Lions football.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming.
Welcome back. 3rd down and short. There's a handoff to Laster left side, and again he's got a 1st down inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. He gains from the 18 to the 12, another 6-yard run, and another Ardmore 1st down as they will continue to milk this clock here late first half. 21-0 Blanchard with the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. I want to shout out to some of our sponsors tonight: the Wolf Family, Coops Performance Gym, Blanchard Animal Hospital, the Dental Garage, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, and Craig and Strait Orthodontics. Laster, the lone back again. 1st and 10, pitch to Laster left side. They're just running student body left as all the blockers out in front. He can't get outside this time and is forced to the sideline at the 10-yard line for a 2-yard gain.
Got to say, we talked about it during their last offensive drive. It's really hard for a team like this that isn't going to get a whole lot of explosive plays unless it comes from the run to really go the length of the field, especially how young they are, just really, really immune or not immune to turning the ball over. So really good job by this Ardmore unit, but let's see if they can punch it in where it matters.
Haskins and Javon Singleton are the fullbacks, kind of those sniffer positions right behind the offensive lineman on the right side. It's a handoff to Laster again, running right. He's hitting the backfield, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's Gavin Rich that got in there on the first contact in the backfield. No gain. Will set up a 3rd down and 8 from the 10 for Ardmore's. We're down to 3.5 minutes to play. Over 6 minutes off the clock in this drive for Ardmore.
It's good to see.
Started at their own 36.
It's good to see Gavin Rich back from injury after last week. Brings a little bit more of a continuity piece for both offensive and defensive lines for the Lions.
Coe in the shotgun now shifts 3 receivers to the right side. No one in the backfield with him. Hard snap count. Fakes the pass underneath, rolling right, looking, pressured, throwing, incomplete. At the feet of his intended receiver that time. Tried to get it out to Jaden's right. Excuse me, that wasn't Jaden's right. That was DeMontre Stevenson who he tried to get it to. Now it's 4th down, and Ardmore, down by 3 touchdowns, is going to go for it here on the 4th and 8 from the Blanchard 10.
And it's a perfect storm for this Blanchard defense. Not only are you facing a 4th down in the red zone with Ardmore going for it because you're able to do your work early and make the score is where it is. Oh, got a timeout.
Timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. Ardmore's last timeout with 3:04 to go first half. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. 21-0 Blanchard. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We are ready to help raise
Welcome back in. Ardmore has used their last timeout before this 4th down and 8 at the Blanchard 10-yard line. Need to get it to the 2 for a first down, obviously to the end zone for a touchdown here. Ardmore has taken over 6 minutes off the clock since taking this ball from their own 36-yard line after Blanchard made it 21-0. 3:04 to go first half, 21-0 Lions. Coey, the quarterback, takes the snap, looking right, throwing, end zone. It is caught at the 1, reaching over the end zone in for the touchdown. A 4th down touchdown for Braxton Bruster for Ardmore. And it's going to be a touchdown for the Tigers. By the way, that was Laster who got in. I thought it was Bruster, number 20. That was Laster on the touchdown. And now the extra point can cut this lead down to 14.
I think that might have been an out route, just a really good individual play from the receiver.
Chris Tellez on for the extra point. It's a bad snap, and it's going to be picked up by the holder, who's going to be dragged down back at the 20-yard line. So the extra point is failed, but Ardmore is on the board. Blanchard still up by 15, 21-6 our score, 2:56 to go first half. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LV.
The touchdown, 10-yard pass from Damon Coey to Tyson Laster for Ardmore. The extra point was no good on the bad snap, and Ardmore cuts into the deficit. Blanchard still with the lead, though, 21-6 our score. Tonight's Blanchard football game brought to you by Yarbrough & Sons Heating and Air. Todd Lisby, Drake Vitito, the great Nate. We got Ashley Roberts in here tonight as well. I believe we got Gabe on the camera, right?
We're learning. Ashley was in studio with us. Oh, studio. In
the booth
in
with
box,
us here?
in booth.
Back in the studio is Addison Scott. If you're listening on radio on Classic Rock KRXO, don't forget you can always listen if you're got to step away from the stream at Classic Rock 104.5 or on the KRXO Classic Rock app. Tellez will kick this one away. This will be the first kickoff of the night for Ardmore. And it's a deep one that's returnable for Pierce. Takes it at the 9-yard line. Pierce reverses it to Carter, going left at the 20. Big hole. 25-30. 35 at the 40, looking to cut back outside. He's hit from behind and dropped near midfield at the 49. Brayson Carter, I think, got a little confused on which way to go. He slowed down and kind of cut off his momentum, or he might have had a bigger gain there, but still a great return out to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, the question we have to ask ourselves is why do teams keep kicking to both Corrick and Brayson? They've done so much gashing in the special teams. We even noted it during the pregame. Again, really good start. Starting field position for the Lions here. Probably not the best that they've had all game, but Noah Smith in at quarterback. We'll see what they can offer here after a score from Ardmore.
39 yards on the kick return. 1st and 10 Blanchard from their own 48. Smith looking to throw. Pumps. Now going up top for Pierce. And Pierce, did he hold on? He did make the grab. At the 10-yard line, Corrick Pierce with the catch. They'll mark him down at the 11. That's a gain of 41 yards as Smith dropped it in a bucket and a first down, a First United first down for the Lions.
Man, that was a really pretty ball from Noah Smith there. Good job by Corrick. They had about 2 guys on him, but he had a step on both of them. Really good individual effort there to catch. A very difficult catch, too, with someone that close to you.
That ball thrown into that wind as well. First down and 10, handoff to Fugit right side. Fugit at the 10. Gets down to about the 8-yard line. Gain of about 3 on first down. Coming up on 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Second down and 7 from the 8 for the Lions.
The one consistent spot for the Lions has just been nothing's really ever been stopped by this Ardmore defense. Pass has been there, run's been there. It's just been pretty smooth sailing so far in this first half for this Blanchard, and you saw it right there.
Timeout on the field taken by Blanchard. We'll take it with them with 1:45 to go in the first half. Nope, never mind. We don't have a timeout. Looks like Corrick Pierce might be bleeding, so he's got to come off the field here.
Turf burn?
Yeah, might be. So Nathan Mosier will head out there. Now the clock will start again with 1:33 on it and ticking. From the 8-yard line, Smith with Fugit to his left. Hands to Gunner. Gunner at the 5, cuts up near the end zone. He's in. Gunner Fugit with extra effort gets into the end zone. The 4th Blanchard touchdown of the night as the flag comes in very late. We'll see what the flag is for. Tonight's refereeing crew, Jeff Murray, Danny Schote, Gary Lewis, David Hammonds, Kerry Sanders.
Thank you. Good run by Fugit.
The touchdown stands. It'd be the 4th rushing touchdown tonight for Blanchard. Our referee's being asked, does he want it on the kickoff or on the extra point, because it's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Blanchard. And it is going to go on the kickoff. A very demonstrative signal from our referee, Jeff Murray.
It's like a half moon there, a half crescent signal.
If I would have told you tonight, knowing that Ardmore runs a little triple option, if I would have told you that there'd be 5 touchdowns in the first half, 4 by Blanchard, they'd all be rushing and Ardmore's would be a passing touchdown, you would have probably told me I was crazy.
Yeah, or I'd be a liar in saying you were right.
Alex Price on for the extra point, looking to make it 4 for 4 on extra point opportunities tonight. Snap and hold, look good. The kick is on the way. Down the middle. 1:21 to go first half. Blanchard 28, Ardmore 6. This is Blanchard Lions football. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarbrough & Sons Heating and Air.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy.
Welcome back. 28-6 our score. Blanchard with the lead. I want to shout out some of our sponsors tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarbrough & Sons Heating and Air. Also want to thank First United Bank and Mortgage, the LB Realty Group, Brightway Insurance, Blanchard Eye Care, Keeler Custom Homes, RV Oasis, and Quick Wrench for their support of Blanchard Lions football. That last touchdown, 8-yard run by Gunnar Fugit, his first touchdown of the night, putting Blanchard up 28-6. Just a reminder, the Lions will get the ball to start the second half as well with 1:21 to go here in this first half. Ardmore with no timeouts, I would imagine, Won't do anything too crazy here. As Campbell kicking into that win with a short kick. It's fumbled and picked up at the 39, run out to the 45, 50. This is Laster, who is an up back and gets it all the way out to the 45 in Blanchard territory. They'll mark it at the Blanchard 44, so this gives Ardmore good field position. Smart by Ardmore there. They moved their kick returners up to the up back positions, Drake.
Yeah, they did, and they got good individual effort there from that up back position. A good starting point, but again, we come back to the fact that they're going to have some explosive plays in this minute 12. They're out of timeouts. Let's see if Ardmore can put something together here going into halftime. Also, would just like to note that this show is not sponsored by the big Christmas home run that tied the Yankee Guardian game up, as is being replayed here next to me in the booth.
I'm just letting it play on a loop. It is a 1st and 10 for Ardmore. Their last drive took 6.5 minutes off the clock and was a 64-yard touchdown drive. As Coey on first down, pumping, pressured, looking to get rid of it. Now just going to tuck it and run as he was nearly sacked, and he's going to be tackled after a gain of just 2 yards by Braden Stacy. It'll be a 2nd and 8.
Looked like Stacy was the designated spy there at the time. Really good. He was the last line of positioning, and then it was going to be up to the secondary that was worried about the receiver. So really good job there from Stacy to stay grounded and to get a good tackle on a slippery quarterback.
2nd down and 8 from the 42. Coey looking to throw left side, pass behind his intended receiver, tried to get it out there to Jawan Lee. And it's now going to be a 3rd down and 8. Jawan Lee, another one of those freshmen out there for Ardmore. You look at Ardmore offensively, they're 4 receivers right now. Wright, Stubblefield. You got Laster out there, and the other one is Jawan Lee. You've got 3 freshmen and a sophomore receiver.
We've only
got
said
a sophomore quarterback.
Only said one senior thus far tonight.
One of those seniors is the fullback Haskins, who's on the right side on this 3rd and 8 play. Coey dropping to throw, has Max protect, fires one as far as he can downfield in the end zone and incomplete. Jaden's Wright, the intended receiver. Coey with a good arm that time, got it all the way into the end zone, but Wright couldn't hold on to it. Just a little out of his reach, and it's now going to be 4th down, and Ardmore's going to punt it away.
Yeah, Ardmore had, I'd say a half step to maybe 3/4 of a step ahead, just a little bit of an overthrow there from the QB. Interesting spot here for Blanchard, depending on how this punt return goes.
And Blanchard nearly blocked the punt. It's a low, short kick, but it takes a nice Ardmore bounce and gets out of bounds at the 15-yard line. So 23 seconds to go after that 27-yard punt, and Blanchard will have it from their own 15-yard line.
Got to feel like he'll just
take a knee.
Yeah,
especially getting the ball coming out of halftime.
I don't know. They haven't used a timeout. And maybe it depends on what happens on this first play here, but got to assume maybe take a shot just to see if it works, see if you can get any sort of isolation situation on the outside. But
am I crazy in thinking if they were going to throw it, they might have Smith out there?
Maybe.
With Perryman to be a big target? We'll see. Perryman on first down. He's just going to hand it up the middle to McIntyre, who's only going to get about a yard on that first down run, and that's going to be the last play of the first half.
And the Yankees lost.
28-6 our halftime score.
Lovely.
Oh, Lord. And that will be the clock at 3-0 now. Drake is upset. He needs a little halftime break. But, Drake, let's talk about what's going on here where Blanchard, give Ardmore credit. That touchdown drive was a nice, sustained drive. They converted 2 4th downs on that drive. Blanchard made them earn every yard that they got.
Yeah.
Lions defense would probably like to play better on some of those 3rd and 4th downs, but at the same time, give the Tigers credit for that drive. Aside from that, Blanchard offensively has looked really good tonight, and defensively has not given up any big plays.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I wanted to see tonight, especially after last week's game, was just getting off to a fast start. And the offense has been churning. Ardmore hasn't really had an answer for anything that Blanchard has put up on the field offensively. Now, you're right. Defensively, Ardmore was able to put together a really good manufactured drive there right before the half ended. But with that being said, as much as you don't want to get scored on and how good Blanchard's defense is, if it's going to take, 5+ minutes every single drive for Ardmore to be able to score with the way the offense is going, then you're A-okay with that result happening. You'd like to get stops, of course, but sometimes athletes are just going to make plays, and that's what you saw against this Ardmore squad. So I'd say great start. I think you got to clean some things up on the defensive end, but all in all, a good performance thus far for the first half.
We're going to spend our halftime break watching the David Fry walk-off home run for the Guardians on a loop here.
Lovely.
As Drake's Yankees are going down in defeat. We are going to head to a halftime break. We will be taking you down as you're watching now the cheerleaders perform. We got the band performance coming up as well. For those of you watching on the stream, you'll see that. For those of you listening on the radio, we'll be back in a bit. Halftime score 28-6, Blanchard with the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. This is Blanchard Lions football.
What am I thinking? You're the happy, smiling section of the band. May I join you? If it wasn't the percussion, if it wasn't the brass, then who could have done it? Of course. The drum major! And don't forget, 1 week from Sunday, they will be hosting their Tri-City Showcase. It will feature Blanchard, Newcastle, and Tuttle bands. Entry is free, so you get 3 games for the same price. Come on and join them next Thursday. First band will march at 6:30.
Welcome back to Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. For those of you watching on the stream, you got to see another performance by the state champion Blanchard Band. That happened since we last talked here on our halftime show. Todd Lisby, Drake Vitito, the great Nate here in the booth tonight. 7:30 to go on the halftime clock. We'll have another 3 minutes after that, so still a little bit of time left in halftime. But 28-6 our score. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarbrough & Sons Heating and Air.
And congratulations to the Blanchard Lions softball team.
That's right.
Advancing to the semis of state with a win against Miami, the War Dogs.
That's right, and they take on
Purcell the
tomorrow.
Dragons.
On the other side of the bracket, you've got the Eagles and the Tigers, Tuttle and Weatherford, going at it. So
Dragons, the only instance in Oklahoma for
the
mascot?
only one I know of. Only one I know of for the Purcell Dragons. All right, let's look at some scores at halftime here. Our halftime scoreboard update brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. We start in Class 4A, and it is second quarter, and Tuttle leads Tecumseh 50-0.
Oh, boy.
In the second quarter.
Interesting. Okay. That Tuttle, this is, if you remember, year one, we were there. And they have a new stadium, I believe, now. So it'll be a new locale for us.
50-0, second quarter. Tuttle leads Tecumseh.
That's a score.
Yeah, that is a score. Also in district, Bethany leads Hera 28-0 at halftime. And one other district game tonight, that's Chickasha-Medill. That game is in the second quarter, tied up at 14 between the 0-6 Fighting Chicks and the 1-5, I believe they're the Panthers, Medill. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's where you guys will be headed here in a couple weeks.
Wildcats.
Wildcats, that's right. Down to beautiful Medill, Oklahoma here in a couple weeks.
Actually, was there like 3 weeks ago for a wedding, so I'm actually kind of familiar. Apparently, there's a train that goes through the middle of the town where if you get caught, I think that it's actually what they're doing is illegal for how long it's making cars wait. I'm not lying. That's an actual thing that someone at the store told us.
I played a game in high school at Kiefer, Oklahoma, and they've got a new field now, but they had a train track that went right behind the visitors' stands.
Really?
So, yeah, like when the train would come – or no, sorry, that wasn't Kiefer. That was at Panama, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow.
So when the train would come through, I don't know if this was ever true or not, but they always said that if the home team had the ball, they'd stop the game. And if the visiting team didn't, they just let the train go through.
That's amazing.
But it was, like, dangerously close. Like, you could walk to the train track. The kids had to, like, stay away from it. Probably wouldn't fly nowadays.
Kiefer.
That was Panama.
Right. Kiefer Trojans?
Kiefer's the Trojans. You know what Panama is?
I have no idea.
The Razorbacks, because they're basically in Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lovely.
All right, back to our scoreboard update brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Poto leads McLean at halftime 14-0. Ada 41-0 over Stillwell. Broken Bow up 19-15 on Hilldale. Broken Bow at 5-1. That'd be an upset if Hilldale can win that one. Fort Gibson up big, 36-3 over Skiatook. Grove 6-0 on the year. They lead 4-1 Miami at halftime. So you got the Ridge Runners versus the War Dogs in that game.
Love that.
And the Ridge Runners are up by 4 at the half. Clinton leads Woodward 20-6. Elk City is up 36-0 on Douglas at halftime. Here's a big score line for you. Weatherford and Elgin. At halftime, Elgin's up 35-7 over Weatherford. Elgin looks to be the real deal this year.
Elgin coming down from 5A last year.
You know what Elgin is?
The Owls.
The Owls, that's right. Salisaw, the Black Diamonds lead Glenpool 24-0 at the half. Oologah leads Catoosa 17-13 at halftime. And Cushing leads Wagner. That's another big game. Wagner leads Cushing late second quarter, 21-14. One other score in Class 4A, Bridge Creek, 21-13 over Cache. That game, last score in the first quarter. Drake, you want to take a look at 6A1?
Yeah, 6A1 is as follows. It's halftime in the Westmore-Edmond Santa Fe game. Westmore up 3-0 at the half. Moore and Norman, a big one tonight. 14-7 at the half. Norman is ahead against Moore. Owasso Edmond Memorial. Owasso up 25-0 at half. Owasso probably the favorite for 6A1 as of right now. Union Yukon 35-13 in the second quarter. Union leads Yukon. Bigsby and Enid. Bigsby up on Enid 42-7 at the half. Broken Arrow in Norman North. Broken Arrow right now is down by 7 in the second quarter to a winless Norman North team. Mustang and Edmond North, don't have an update for that one. And then Deer Creek and Jinx, the big one tonight. Jinx, who is 3-3 on the year, is currently up against an undefeated Deer Creek, 21-0 in the second quarter for 6A1.
Big game in 6A2 tonight is over on the eastern side of Oklahoma City as Choctaw is hosting Stillwater, and just before the end of the first quarter, last update there. And listen, I've called some Choctaw and Stillwater games before. They may still be in the first quarter the way those two teams play.
Passing heavy?
Choctaw games the longest games I've ever called have been some Choctaw games.
Believe that's where the franchise is tonight.
So
good luck to them.
It's 14-14, last reported in the first quarter, so that one looks like it's going to be a shootout tonight. The other games in Class 6A2 are all kind of blowouts. PC North does lead Bartlesville 10-0 at halftime, but which, by the way, PC North 5-1, Bartlesville 0-6, so a little bit of a surprise there, but PC North had to travel all the way to Bartlesville for that game tonight. Muskogee's up 41-0 on Capitol Hill. Southmore leads Northwest Classen 31-0. Sand Springs leads PC West 42-0. A couple games tomorrow night in Class 6A2 as well. Drake, Class 5A?
Yeah, absolutely. So much of the same here, at least for the Thursday games that have kicked off for Class 5A. A lot of slaughters going on. Guthrie is beating Western Heights 47-0 at the half. Nathan Hale is down to Pryor 51-0. That's still in the second quarter. Carl Albert is currently beating John Marshall 31-0 in the second quarter. Coweta is up 34-0 against Edison Prep at half. Tahlequah's up 49-6 against Tulsa Memorial. Bishop McGinnis is beating Duncan 33-0 at the half, and then some of the closer games. Claremore currently up against 5-1 Collinsville 15-3 in the third. Bishop Kelly, I was about to say McGinnis. Bishop Kelly is up 21-15 against McAllister at the half. And then MacArthur is currently beating Midwest City 22-6 in the second quarter. Want to get back to Elgin for a quick second. A team that has come down from 5A to 4. They might be a wagon. I think they might be the favorites. I know we talk about Wagner. Blanchard's going to be in that mix. We'll see what Tuttle is next week. Elgin looks for real, y'all. But we'll get to that bridge once we cross it. But a very good addition to 4A this year.
Real quickly, some other scores in big games in some of the smaller classes. Class 3A, Heritage Hall and Plainview playing tonight. Plainview 6-0 leads 5-1 Heritage Hall 14-0 at halftime in that ball game. Also, Anadarko, who started the year 5-1, they're down 22-8 to Pauls Valley at halftime in Class 3A. In Class 2A1, Jones and Chisholm, a battle of the Longhorns tonight, and Jones leads 28-14 at halftime in that battle of really good 4-2 teams. OCS is 5-1 on the year, and they lead Perry. They are tied with Perry 14-14 at halftime there. One of the other big games in Class 2A1 tonight, Hugo and Kiefer. Hugo's up 14-8 at halftime there. In Class 2A2, as far as tight games, my alma mater's in one of those. Luther, who started the year 4-2, Alva 4-2. They're on the road to take on the Gold Bugs tonight, and Alva leads 12-6 at halftime in that game. And one of the big game east side of the state, Colcord leads Adair 13-0. That game in the second quarter in Class 2A2. Class A, we've got Hartshorn and Rejoice Christian. That's a top 5 matchup, and Rejoice Christian leads 14-0.
Hartshorn, the first team. Hartshorn, the first team that Blanchard beat to win their first state championship.
And then a huge matchup between Fairview and Hooker out on the far west side of the state. Two of the top teams of the state, and Hooker leads that one 18-7. That game in the third quarter.
Is Choctaw Maisie the Bearcats?
I think they are, yes.
Okay, they copied Cincinnati's logo,
they did.
so I just...
They did. All right, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we will have...
Oh, you want to do a
little
we got here? Softball?
Oh, yeah, softball. We mentioned this earlier, but earlier today, softball, the quarterfinals, Verdigris and Purcell was the first matchup, and Purcell won that one 3-1. Weatherford defeated Elk City 10-0. Tuttle with a 14-8 win over Broken Bow.
Wow.
And then Blanchard wins 12-2 over Miami. That sets up tomorrow's semifinals between Blanchard and Purcell, and then Weatherford and Tuttle. The two winners will match up in the state championship game, which will be 1:30 p.m. on Saturday at OG&E Field. All right, we're going to take a 1-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff. Our scoreboard update brought to you by First United Bank and Mortgage. Our game sponsor tonight is Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Blanchard leads 28-6 at the half over Ardmore. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all.
Welcome back to Blanchard. Second half about to get underway. 28-6. Blanchard with the halftime lead. They will receive the second half kickoff. Ardmore will have the wind at their back. Blanchard touchdowns tonight in the first quarter. A Vaughn McIntyre 7-yard run made it 7-0. Hudson Perryman then with a 5-yard touchdown run set up by a Vaughn McIntyre fumble recovery at the Ardmore 16 made it 14-0. That was our score moving into the second quarter. McIntyre's second touchdown run of the night made it 21-0. That's when Ardmore went on a 6.5-minute drive, covering 64 yards, converting 2 fourth downs. Damon Coey with the 10-yard touchdown pass to Tyson Laster. That made it 21-6 after the missed extra point. And then Blanchard went right down the field, returning the Ardmore kickoff out to the 48. And on the first play, Noah Smith found Cork Pierce for 41 yards. That got Blanchard deep into Ardmore territory. And Gunnar Fugit paid it off with an 8-yard touchdown run to give us the 28-6 score that Blanchard leads by. We saw Ardmore kick it deep last time, and it was returnable for Carter on the reverse. He took it out to the 48. We'll see this time the Tigers are going to kick it shorter. It is going to bounce to Pierce. Pierce will fake the reverse this time and keep it. Pierce, 35, gets a block out to the 40-yard line, and there's a flag on that block for a block in the back. And it's going to put Blanchard back at around the 20.
Tough break there for the special teams unit. We've seen Carter and Pierce really make the fake toss or the toss, the lateral back to each other, a prominent figure in that return. But blocking the back is going to make them pretty much go the length of the field. So
tonight's referee, Jeff Murray, the umpire, Danny Schote, Gary Lewis, our head linesman, line judge David Hammonds, Kerry Sanders, the back judge. And I will say, as much as it pains me as someone who wants to see Blanchard do well, that's the right call, and it moves it back to the 19-yard line. 1st and 10.
The worst starting point for the offense tonight?
By far. I think before this it was like the 30 or maybe 29. Back at the 19 now. 1st and 10 for Blanchard. Gunnar Fugit in at running back to start the second half. Perryman takes the snap, fakes the handoff, pumps, throws in the flat left side, complete to Mosier. Mosier breaks a tackle, 25, 30, 35, and finally flung down out near the 45-yard line. They'll mark him out at the 42, but it's 23 yards. A flag comes in late, and it's a First United first down. We'll check the flag. Came in way after the play.
Look at that be. I didn't really see any extracurricular. Could this be a sideline warning maybe?
I think
you know what? I think it might have been a taunt out of bounds on Mosier. I think he did the old CD Lamb after getting the first down.
It is a dead ball and an unsportsmanlike on Blanchard. Second one of those tonight.
That's really disappointing for me. That asks the team situational questions every week on the coaches show. I think we had a specific question about taunting the opponent. So don't want to work backwards in this case, especially with the score the way that it is. You have a chance to really extend this lead, if you will. Blanchard does. So working backwards here doesn't work.
23-yard gain, 15 yards on the penalty. So it's a net 8-yard gain. It does reset the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Blanchard from the 27. Just underway second half. Lions up 28-6 as Perryman working with Fugit to his right on this first down play. Throws right side to Vickery. Vickery gets a block from Pierce to the 30, to the 35, busts outside at the 40, to the 45, and flung to the turf at the 48. Reston Vickery got Corrick Pierce out in front, who actually made a couple blocks for him, and it's a 21-yard gain and another First United first down.
It's one of the things we don't get to talk about very much, the ability of these wide receiver units for Blanchard being able to just be massive blockers on the edge as well. Really good job there from Corrick downfield.
Perryman throwing left side again to Vickery. Gets a block from Carter this time inside the 45 to the 43-yard line, a yard short of the first down. 9-yard play will set up a 2nd and 1.
Really like what I'm seeing here from the Blanchard offense. They're just going side to side in this short-term passing game, relying on those wide receiver units to do something in the flats, getting some good blocks on the edges as well.
Going fast as well as Perryman hands a few, get right up the middle. Nice seam inside the 40 to about the 37, 36-yard line. Before he's driven back, they'll mark him at the 36. 7 yards, another First United first down.
This is case in point what Coach Craig was talking about this week on the Coach's Show, really opening up that short game passing to get that middle run going.
Correction, they mark him at the 37 as Fugit gets another carry. This time, not a lot there. He's able to find a little crease and get 2 yards down to the 35 before he's tackled there. After a gain of a couple, Jay-Sean Payne in on the tackle for Ardmore. It'll be 3-yard gain. They'll give him the 34, so it's 2nd and 7.
It's pretty funny, Todd. Traditional wisdom, you establish the run so you can open up the pass, but what we've seen this season from Blanchard, it's been the complete opposite. They rely on the pass and side-to-side play to really set up the run, and you're seeing it here.
Perryman fakes the handoff this time, rolls left, throws, and it's knocked down again. Gino Odom got his hands on that pass in the flat intended for Mosier. Now it's a 3rd down and 7 from the 34. Probably 4-down territory here for the Lions. Clock stopped with 10:15 to play here in the 3rd.
That's a couple of good plays this game by Odom tonight. One was the down in the red zone for the Lions. He was able to jump up and get a tip pass. He's been in the backfield a couple of times unchecked, so good awareness by Perryman to let go of the ball early, but good play by Odom to get back there quick.
3rd down and 7. Perryman rolling to his right, looking, throwing on the run, complete to Pierce, catches it at the 25, shakes a tackle at the 23, and fights down near the 21-yard line. 13 yards and a First United first down. Perryman to Pierce, and Blanchard's knocking on the door of the red zone.
Sometimes football is as simple as beating the guy in front of you. It was an isolation situation there on the right side with Corrick. He did a good job of creating space and getting the catch.
Perryman throwing left side for Vickery. This one low. Vickery caught it. I thought he got away with it there. It looked like his knee was on the ground.
I thought it hit the ground.
He's still only going to get back to the line of scrimmage at the 21. And it's no gain. That time Ardmore sniffed out the short wide pass. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good read there from Ardmore. I thought the ball hit the ground, but good job by Vickery staying with it, even though it didn't result in immediate yardage.
We know who's right on top of it? Our refereeing crew tonight.
Nice.
Gary Lewis and David Hammond are the head linesman and line judge. As Perryman this time fakes a jet sweep, keeps it himself up the middle, and not a lot there. Gets inside the 20 to the 19 for a gain of a couple. Tackled on the play by Marcus Addison, another one of those good young players, a sophomore for Ardmore. It'll be a 3rd down and 8.
Again, good read by the Ardmore D. We talked about it earlier in the first half. It seems like every time that we have a QB keeper, it usually works well for the Lions. That time, Ardmore sniffed it out, was able to get a really good tackle on a short gain.
Still 14 on the play clock as 3rd down and 8 for Blanchard from the 19. Need to get it to the Ardmore 11. 8:51 to go 3rd quarter. 28-6 Lions lead. Hard snap count. Blitz comes. Perryman throws over the middle for Mosier and threw his hands and incomplete. Good coverage by Odom, and it's 4th down. Blanchard going to go for it here on 4th and 8 from the 19.
Good coverage there from Ardmore. A lot of hand stuff happening, not enough to warrant a flag, though. Just really good coverage. We'll see what Blanchard dials up here. An obvious passing situation. We'll see if they just go to that short game, maybe try and create something in the flats that they've been doing pretty commonly in this drive. We'll see what they go to here.
4th down from the 19, 8:44 to go 3rd quarter. Blanchard looking to pick up where they left off starting the 3rd quarter. Needs to get it to the 11. Low snap through the legs of Perryman. He's got to go all the way back to the 35 to pick it up. He's looking, he throws in the end zone. It is caught! Gunnar Fugit caught it for the touchdown. What a pass on the run, and Fugit makes the grab, and it's 34-6. Blanchard extends the lead.
That was a textbook example of turning chicken salad into chicken you-know-what. A busted...
Other way around, buddy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Chicken salad out of chicken?
Out of. You said they turned it into.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I know what you meant.
Regardless, a busted snap there. Really good awareness from Perriman to pick it up on the run and just deliver a really good ball to Fugit.
Price on for the extra point, looking to make it 5-5. This one gets caught up in the wind, but it sneaks inside the left upright, and it's good. 8:40 to go, third quarter. Perryman to Fugit, and it's 35-6. Blanchard with the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heat and Air. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heat and Air. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate counter.
Welcome back to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex here in Blanchard. Touchdown pass brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heating and Air. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough and Sons Heating and Air. Gunnar Fugit, 19 yards from Hudson Perryman. Alex Price with the extra point makes it 35-6, as now Campbell will kick it away for Blanchard. It's a high kick. It's going to be taken at the 21, out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. On the return that time was Jawan Lee, and it's a first down for Ardmore after the return from their own 28-yard line.
Good test here for this Blanchard D.
Want to shout out some of our sponsors tonight: the Dental Garage, Blanchard Animal Hospital, Coops Performance Gym, the Wolf Family, Blanchard Eye Care, Brightway Insurance, and the LB Realty Group. Appreciate all of them for their sponsorship all year long of Blanchard Lions football.
First fall feeling game of the season.
Ardmore on first down, a handoff to the fullback running right. And that is Haskins on the carry. Correction, that's a new running back. It's Matt Felder in the game, who keeps it for a 2-yard gain out to the 30. I'll give him a 1-yard gain to the 29.
What grade is he?
He's a sophomore. By the way, you say it is the first fall feeling game, but next week's supposed to be really warm again.
Really?
Yeah, like 85, 90 record highs on Friday, Saturday next week. So
it always seems like after OU
it.
Texas is when the temp starts to drop too. That's annoying.
Coey hands off to running back running right, out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That is Jermaine Stubblefield on the carry. He gets a couple, and then now it's going to be a 3rd down and 6, and 2 yards apiece on each of those first and second down plays is right where Blanchard wants this Ardmore offense.
Yeah, job accomplished thus far for this Blanchard D. Going to be setting up for an obvious passing situation here. Doesn't look like a 4th down, go-for-it situation. Depending on how much you get on the 3rd, let's see what they draw up here.
3rd down and 6. Coey sends a man in motion, looking to throw up top right side. Man wide open, it's caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. He got behind the defense, and Jaden's Wright will take it all the way in for a 68-yard touchdown.
Not quite sure what happened in the development of the play. Obviously, wide receiver for Ardmore sneaks behind all defensive personnel for Blanchard, and the QB delivers a pretty ball. Pretty much is able to walk it into the end zone. Busted play there from the Blanchard defensive secondary.
It looked like there was nothing over the top there as Ardmore strikes right back with their second touchdown pass of the night. Damon Coey, 68 yards to Jaden's right, sophomore to freshman. And the extra point for Chris Tellez. Coming up, this time the snap and hold are good, and Tellez's kick is right through the middle. So 7:09 to go, and it's now 35-13, Blanchard with the lead. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. This is Blanchard Lions football.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
Welcome back to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. Just 3 plays on the drive. The touchdown, 68 yards from Damon Coey to Jaden's right for Ardmore. And the Tigers strike back. Cut this lead back to 3 touchdowns again, 35-13. I see Noah Smith warming up on the sidelines. We might see him get a drive here for the Lions. Smith, who did a great job starting at quarterback early this year. Here's an onside attempt that does not go 10 yards. It only went about 5 yards, and it'll be Blanchard's ball at the Ardmore 45. Tried to catch Blanchard off guard there. Good idea, just not a good kick. And you may laugh if you want, but as a former kicker here, I can't tell you, those are not easy to aim sometimes.
Was he a lefty? Was that a lefty kicker?
He's a right-handed kicker, but he tried to kick that left-footed, like as a surprise.
Oh, okay. Very similar starting position that Lions had in the a lot during the first half, so we'll see if they can take advantage.
So the ball went out of bounds at the 44, and it moves it all the way to the Ardmore 39 with that 5-yard penalty. Perryman still in at quarterback. McIntyre back in at running back now. McIntyre and Fugit both with 2 touchdowns in this game. Both of McIntyre's on the ground. First down. Handoff to McIntyre. Right side. Now cuts left. Still going at the 35. Spinning to about the 34-yard line. 5-yard first down. Hard run by Vaughn McIntyre.
I like that Blanchard is staying hard-headed in their run game. It's been working for them all night. Heck, there hasn't been a whole lot that hasn't worked tonight for Blanchard, pass or run. So really like that they're trying to manufacture a drive, even though they don't have to go as far as they did last time.
Six minutes, 35 seconds to go in the third and ticking. Blanchard with a 2nd and 5 at the Ardmore 34. Perryman looking to throw, pumps, now going up top, has a man open, it's Carter, caught it, touchdown! Offensive line gave him time to run the double move. Carter got the defender to bite and takes it in for the touchdown. 34 yards.
A little bit of a bait and switch there, I guess. Is that a good way to say it? A little bit of a pump fake and heave. Really good 1-2 punch there. That play does not happen without the time that the offensive line allows for that play to develop. So really good total effort there for that 6 play.
Price on for the extra point. That's the best looking one of the night, right down the middle. 6:22 to go. Price is 6 for 6 on extra points tonight, and Blanchard extends the lead. It's 42-13 Lions on top. 6:22 left third quarter. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. This is Blanchard Lions football.
This back-to-school season, Give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads. Get your family school ready with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Sign up today at gopioneer.com.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more.
Welcome back as Campbell will kick this one off to the 15-yard line. Returned out to the 20, to the 27. A flag's going to come in on the return, so this one will probably go back from the 27. We'll wait on the official signal.
Block in the back.
From tonight's crew, led by referee Jeff Murray, umpire Danny Schote, head linesman Gary Lewis. David Hammonds is our line judge, back judge Kerry Sanders.
When's the last time you've seen the moon change colors? On the fly.
30 minutes ago.
Yep. Yep.
It happened tonight.
Walked right into that.
It's a personal foul for a below-the-waist block on Ardmore. So it will be a first down. So that's going to move the ball back from the 27 all the way back half the distance. It'll move it back inside the 14-yard line.
I'm going to give credit to some referees here. I was pulling questions for this week's coaches show. And the stuff that they have to do in like the official quiz books, it's a lot of jibber-jabber and shorthand that I have no idea what, all of it means. So just give a quick shout-out to the refs for what they have to go through each and every year as far as quiz books go.
1st and 10 from the 13 after the penalty.
It's like reading hieroglyphics.
Coey hands to the fullback for a dive right side, and he's only going to get about a yard to the 14. That's Haskins on the carry. And he got tripped up. Correction, it's not Haskins. That is Matt Felder again who's back there. Felder looks like he's getting the start at fullback here in the second half for the Tigers.
Do you think Ardmore changes up the scheme any here and just tries to lean into pass? No,
because their one touchdown drive, they did this,
Very true.
Coey pitching left side. Turning up to the 20-yard line. Ball's loose. Corrick Pierce picks it up. He's going to run for a touchdown. Corrick Pierce is going to be flagged for taunting on his way to the end zone, but he's going to score a touchdown. And we'll see if this brings the touchdown back because it happened during the play.
Yeah, I can see Coach Craig not happy with what happened before the touchdown. May result in this coming back, like you said, Todd. Just little things, right? You're beating a team that you know you should be beating. Leave it as it is. Let the play speak for itself.
It is a touchdown, so the touchdown counts, and it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Blanchard that will go on the kickoff. So Corrick Pierce picks up the fumble at about the 13-yard line and runs it in for a touchdown. And Blanchard extends the lead to 48-13, and Price is on for another extra point. This game has really gotten out of hand here in the third quarter.
Yeah. Comes with the territory, I feel like, with a young team like Ardmore. You're going to make some of those more mental mistakes. Got 2 fumble recoveries, 1 interception there as well in the first half. I think it comes just with the experience, right, for a season full of young guys.
Price on for the extra point, looking to make it 7 for 7. And that one didn't have much on it, but it got through. That's all that matters. Alex Price, 7 for 7 on extra points. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. 5:33 to go third quarter. Blanchard extends the lead to 49-13. This is Blanchard Lions football.
The AMG team is based in Oklahoma City and delivers your organization revenue enhancement through a combination of data science, innovative marketing, and business automation. We think like owners and behave as long-term partners. Delivering measurable results for nearly 20 years has made the AMG team known for our ability to efficiently and effectively execute objectives. We're ready to help raise your organization to a higher level of success, so visit us today at theamgteam.com.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field.
Welcome back in. Touchdown for Blanchard.
Backing
Corey
all
Pierce, 13 yards on the fumble return. And Campbell will kick it off for the 8th time tonight. Kicking all the way from back at his own 25-yard line after that penalty. Campbell boots it away. It's going to be taken by Jawan Lee at the 35. Out to the 40, to the 45, near midfield. The flag's going to come in again for another low block, I believe.
Goodness. It's become a yellow party.
Our referee tonight is Jeff Murray, Danny Schote, umpire, head linesman Gary Lewis, David Hammonds, Kerry Sanders, the line judge, back judge.
By the way, all yellows absolutely necessary, by the way. Just this is what the game has become.
It is another low block on Ardmore, so it'll be a 15-yard penalty. And move the ball back to the Ardmore 31-yard line where it's 1st and 10 Tigers.
Where will you be at tomorrow for the Broncos?
Well, they don't play tomorrow. Today's Thursday, Drake.
Oh,
Second time you've done that. I'll be in Tahlequah on Saturday. UCO, just like Blanchard, 6-0 on the season, looking to go to 7-0 this weekend.
Did you know the Yankees lost tonight?
I did. UCO up to number 8 in the D2Football.com polls. First time they've been top 10 in any poll since the 90s.
In any sport, any
in
poll?
Any football poll.
Oh, any football poll.
Yep. Coe, empty backfield on 1st down from the 31-yard line. Fakes the handoff, keeps up the middle to the 35, and he's going to be hit and drop there after a gain of about 4 yards. Colin Cooksey in on the tackle, as is Gunnar Fugit. And it's going to be a 2nd down and 6.
Coach Craig talked about this week on the Coach's Show how the greatest challenge in any team, like this Lions team that has high aspirations for a deep playoff run, no matter what the score is on the scoreboard, whoever you're lining up against, always giving it 100%, even though you know you may be better, a lot better than the team that's across from you. We'll see if they can keep it up here.
We've got a flag in before this play, going to be a false start on Ardmore. So they're going to lose the 4 they gained on 1st down and an extra one.
See Lindsey Bunch walking down right now, part of the LB Realty Group, a sponsor for this season.
We'll have our LB Realty Group player of the game following this one tonight.
A lot of candidates.
On 2nd down, Coe looking to throw. Right side pass is nearly picked off as Oliver tried to jump in, and they're going to say Oliver got there early, so it's going to be a pass interference intended for Wright. And it'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down for Ardmore.
Does that get called because all the contact was up top, you think?
No, I think he got there early.
Okay.
I don't know if the ball was catchable, but it was close enough that you could probably say it was.
Blanchard ended up in a man-to-man situation there. Ardmore wide receiver is able to get just a couple of steps ahead. Brayson tried to make up for the difference with a little bit of contact, ended up getting the yellow.
That was actually Oliver on the penalty.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Fans thought he got there right when the ball did. I thought he was a little early. At 49-13, you know. Borderline calls usually go to the team that's down by 36.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it's a 1st down from the 45 for Ardmore. 4:25 to go 3rd quarter. Coey fakes a handoff and keeps himself this time, running right, cuts up at the 45 and gets about 3 yards out to the 48. Tackle from behind by Gage Ellison. It'll be a 2nd and 7.
We were talking about just the physical need of this game with how much Ardmore runs the ball, but it's taking that same toll on the carriers of the ball for Ardmore. He saw the QB for Ardmore just slow to get up. It takes a toll, especially when you're not the biggest body out there doing this option stuff that they're running.
Coey shotgun, throwing right side, pass overthrown, incomplete. Intended for Laster. And it's now going to be 3rd down. So Ardmore kind of has ditched the running game now, and they're trying to move the ball downfield a little bit, especially last 3:46 of this 3rd quarter and the wind at their back.
I think we might have seen Watkins a couple of times, either last drive or this drive, currently being looked at on the table down here in front of the Blanchard Lions student section.
3rd down and 7 from the 48. Need to get it to the Blanchard 45. Does Coey, who drops back to throw. He's pressured. He's going to be hit. He's going to be sacked. Gunnar Fugit and Vaughn McIntyre, the 2 running backs on offense, meet at the quarterback on defense. Officially, it's going to be no gain to the 48. Now it's going to be 4th down, and Ardmore will punt it away with 3:27 and ticking to go here in the 3rd.
Really good response there from the Blanchard D after giving up the long shot on their last offensive drive.
Punt's going to be taken by Pierce at the 27. At the 30, cuts up to the 35. Flag's going to come in.
It's going to be a
illegal
block
as Gino Odom is down for Ardmore, and he is holding his hand. He's in a lot of pain.
All the flags coming on both teams for special teams predominantly.
Odom's going to have to go off the field, I imagine. His right hand looks like it's in bad shape.
Wonder if it got caught when he was getting pushed back from behind. Trying to make a tackle on Corick, and then it got caught somewhere when Corick advanced the ball.
So they'll move it back to the 15-yard line, and that's where Blanchard has it 1st and 10. 3:10 to go 3rd quarter. Not been the cleanest quarter.
Not at all.
But Blanchard has extended their lead, outscoring Ardmore 21-7 here in this 3rd, after leading the game 28-6 at halftime.
Noah Smith in at QB.
That moves Perryman out to wide receiver on this 1st down play from the 15. Fugit back in at running back. It's a handoff to Fugit, right side. Fugit looking to get near the 20, and he gets a yard short of that to the 19. It's a 4-yard gain. Set up a 2nd down and 6.
Would like to clarify last week, at least during Coach Craig's tenure here, Hudson Perriman, the first ever Blanchard football player in history to both throw a touchdown and receive a touchdown in a single game.
Got a chance to do that on this drive as well as he split out wide left. 4 receivers, 2 each side for Smith on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Pumps towards Perryman. Now steps up. Pressured. Rolling right. Fires one deep downfield. Perryman can't get to it. It's incomplete.
I think that was
defensive back grabbed a hold of him, but it was over the head of Perryman and uncatchable, so it's incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down.
Perryman's a tall guy, too, so if it's uncatchable for a guy like Hud, then you know that ball's pretty high over the mark in the first place.
I think that's the right call by our back judge, Kerry Sanders. It was uncatchable. In the NFL, that's a penalty because uncatchable is not a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But
this is not that.
Nope. And it is going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd down and 6 from the 19 for Blanchard, and stops the clock with 2:26 to go here in the 3rd. Smith throws it left side. Carter catches it, looking to get forward, and not much there. He gets about a yard to the 20. Now it's going to be 4th down, and Smith's going to have to stay out there to punt it.
This is the first punt of the night for Blanchard?
First punt for Blanchard coming up, as Laster will go deep to receive it for Ardmore.
Good stand there from the Ardmore defense. If they get the ball, they're going to get the ball back here in some pretty good territory. Feel like you got to have some explosive plays, though, if they're going to try and set anything up.
Play clock at 10 as Smith gets ready to punt this one away. Smith, high end-over-end kick, gets caught up in the wind. Hits at the 50, though, and takes a nice Blanchard bounce down inside the 40, all the way to the 37-yard line. Mark it at the 38-yard line. So that is a punt of 38 yards with no return. And Ardmore has it back first and 10 at their own 38. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. I want to thank some of our other sponsors tonight. Craig and Strait Orthodontics, Tanner Foster, Edward Jones, Keeler Custom Homes, RV Oasis, Quick Wrench, First United Bank and Mortgage. Thanks to all of them. Don't forget, following the game, we'll have our LB Realty Group Player of the Game. And before we get there, we'll have our fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage coming up as well. Coey under center on first down. Hands to the fullback. That's Haskins running right. And he gains out across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him right at the 40, so it's a gain of 2. It's going to be 2nd down and 8 as Gavin Rich in on the tackle. It'll be under a minute to go when Ardmore snaps the ball here in this third quarter. 49-13, Blanchard still with a big lead.
It's going to be interesting here for the fourth quarter, Todd. Obviously have a huge lead against Ardmore. We've seen a couple of the teams that have Blanchard has been able to get ahead in. Don't get involved in any of the extracurriculars down the stretch.
Coey again hands to the fullback. Nope, keeps it himself this time. Left side on the option. Gets out across the 40 to the 45. Took a big hit right at the 45, but gained 5 yards. And that might be the last play of the third quarter. Ardmore doesn't have to run another play here. We'll see if they let time run out on this third quarter. 16 seconds and ticking.
You're starting to see now why the QB's wearing the guardian cap. It's a big ask every night in and night out to be taking as many hits as he does. Not the largest guy on the field either.
Ardmore with a 3rd down and 3 is not going to get this play off. We're going to head to the fourth quarter. 3 quarters in the books. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Blanchard up big, 49-13. Lions on top. This is Blanchard Lions football.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Surface Experts is your one-stop shop for all of your hard surface damage. If you have a scratch, chip, crack, burn mark, or hole, we can handle it. We repair all types of hard surfaces, including stone and laminate countertops, wood and LVP floors.
Welcome back to the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex here in Blanchard. 49-13, Blanchard with the lead after 3 quarters. Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios. The great Nate up here. Ashley Robertson here helping us out tonight as well. Gabe on the camera work. We appreciate all of them tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. This fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage, as Blanchard will have the ball in a 3rd down and 7 as we start the fourth at the Ardmore 35-yard line. Ardmore will have the ball. 3rd down and 3 at their own 45-yard line to start this fourth quarter. Coey under center. Hard snap count. Blanchard doesn't jump. Running left. Pressured. Hit in the backfield and dropped. Couldn't get the edge, and he's dropped for a big loss. And it's going to make it a 4th down, and Ardmore is going to have to punt it away from their own 41. 4-yard loss on the play.
Give props to this Blanchard defense. Ardmore is really able to find some true success getting the edges in those option plays. Not so much here the case in the second.
Coey will punt it as well. Gets this one away. Short kick. It hit a Blanchard player, and Ardmore picks it up. A Blanchard player was there looking to block, and Ardmore picks up the ball after it hit a Blanchard player on the leg at the 40-yard line. Got to get away from it if you're the blocker there.
Yeah, I don't know if there was a miscommunication, if someone wasn't yelling that the ball was right by him. Obviously, the person that got hit didn't see the ball, so it's up to the teammates of Brown to be calling it out.
First and 10 Ardmore at the Blanchard 40. So Ardmore gets it back after the first turnover of the night for the Lions. Coey hands to the fullback Haskins, running left and only gets a couple. Down to the 38. Tackled on the play by Luke Meeker. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
For what it's worth, the first turnover of the game for the Lions. They've struggled mightily sometimes in the department of mental mistakes, turnovers in the games that have been like this, whether it be a Hera, a Tecumseh. As much as you don't want to turn the ball over at all, at least that turnover is coming with 10:30 left in the fourth.
Coey this time pitches it right side, and Meeker nearly makes the tackle in the backfield, but Vaughn McIntyre cleans it up. Meeker got the penetration. McIntyre makes the stop back at the 42 on the carry by Stubblefield. It's going to be a loss of 4, and now it's going to be a 3rd and 12 for the Tigers.
Yeah, Ardmore's
2 straight
lost.
plays, Luke Meeker shot through there defensively.
Yeah, Ardmore's really lost any rhythm that they've had in that run game that they were so successful with in that first half. Give props to the defensive line. They've been busting their butts getting past that first line of defense and that O-line. That first line of offense, I guess I should be saying.
Braden Stacy got a little blood on his arm, so he's got to come out for this play.
Chauncey Conway subs in.
3rd down and 12. Coey looking to throw. Up top, overthrown, incomplete. Wright broke off the route, and that was nearly disastrous as both Pierce and Carter were in the area, and we know they love to ball hawk defensively.
Mm-hmm.
But it was thrown over their heads as well, and now it's going to be 4th down, and Ardmore's going to punt it right back to Blanchard.
Yeah, good job there by Corrick and Brayson. They weren't going to make the same mistake twice that resulted in that last touchdown for Ardmore. They were ready for that, but an overthrow on all accounts.
Coey kicks this one away. This one's a bit of a shank straight into the Ardmore bench. It's going to go out of bounds. They marked that at the 21-yard line?
Is that what they're arguing about or complaining about?
That ball went out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Would you say that was an incorrect call by Jeff Murray, Danny?
I just don't know what they were seeing. That ball went out of bounds at the 30. They marked it at the 21.
A not generous spot for the Lions.
Hey, sometimes they make mistakes too. It's 1st and 10 at the 21. It's generally been, I think, a pretty well officiated game tonight.
Absolutely.
Handoff, Smith gives it to McIntyre, who breaks a tackle in the backfield, gets out across the 20 to the 22-yard line. Going to get about about a yard on 1st down from the 21 to the 22. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Big thing here, clock keeps ticking, 9:15 to go. Blanchard up big, 49-13, looking to just put this one away.
I was about to say, do you change up anything or do you make it a more of a lean into the run situation?
Yeah, keep that clock moving. Getting ready for a big one next week down the road against Tuttle. 7-0 versus 7-0 in that ball game. District championship on the line. Not technically, but pretty much on the line. Both teams could stumble down the stretch. Unlikely, though, for both of them. Smith has a tough time with the snap, looking to throw. Throws left side, hit as he throws, and nearly intercepted. And there's going to be a flag for a personal foul and a roughing the passer on Ardmore.
It was a good job up until a flag for the Ardmore D. They had the little screen sniffed out there. The stumble on the snap there by Noah only helped them, but again, erases that with the penalty call.
I'll move it out to the 37-yard line and give Blanchard a 1st down.
Tuttle, a very different team than last year's iteration. really struggled at times with QB play, did Tuttle. I think they got some of those issues ironed out. It's going to be a completely different team than what maybe Blanchard fans are anticipating for than last year.
From the 37, Smith in the flat left side to Carter. Carter to the 40, 45, midfield. He might go down the sideline. Brayson Carter's going to take it inside the 10 into the house. 63 yards for Brayson Carter. His second touchdown of the night. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving as well. And with 8.5 minutes to go, Blanchard extends the lead. It's 55-13 now, the Lions on top.
We talk about it a lot, and we've seen it a lot in this game. Those short game passes in the flats, just make your wide receiver go out. If you have a good block on the outside, just do the work yourself, and that's what Brayson did. Looks like we have another flag here before anything's even snapped.
63 yards from Noah Smith. It's Smith's first touchdown pass.
What could this be?
What was the penalty? I was writing something.
I did not hear. He made one of those half-moon motions again.
So it'll be on the kickoff again, whatever that penalty was. Another unsportsmanlike. Price on for the extra point. This kick is away and sneaks inside the right upright. So Alex Price now 8 for 8 on extra points.
Is that the most in our 3 years? That's got to be close.
I think so. It's now 56-13, Blanchard with the lead. That touchdown brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. It is 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this ball game. Our fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. Blanchard on top big. This is Blanchard Lions football.
In our business and at our firm, it's all about preparation, preparation, preparation. We are advocates for our client. We speak for them. So as a part of that advocacy, it involves hiring the best experts. It's doing the legal research. It's doing the medical research. That is advocacy behind the scenes. It's not just the bells and whistles in front of the jury.
That penalty on the unsportsmanlike is on Ardmore, so Campbell kicks off from the Ardmore 45 and boots it into the end zone for a touchback. So Ardmore will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Brayson Carter catching his second touchdown of the game, a 63-yarder from Noah Smith. Alex Price with the 8th extra point of the night, making it 56-13.
First touchback of the year?
Campbell with the first touchback, I believe. There was one earlier this year.
Was there?
He kicked one in earlier this year.
Off of a penalty, I assume.
No,
oh, straight up?
I think that was the one of the games where we had a big wind here.
Okay.
Had a little wind behind him there. I'd say 56-13. The new uniforms are working out okay for Blanchard tonight. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. Our fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage as Ardmore takes over from their own 20-yard line.
74, Jacoby Jefferson for Ardmore. 6'5", 295.
Handoff to Haskins on first down, and he runs through the pile and 5 yards out to the 25. Lots of backups in the game for Blanchard defensively here. Just kind of giving them some shouts after this first down play. You got Isaac Price who's in. He got some time earlier tonight. Jace Jackson in the game at defensive line, as is Tyson Steiner out there. Chauncey Conway defensively on the field. Jace Vermillion out there as well. There's another handoff up the middle and not much doing. Gain of about 1 from the 25 to the 26-yard line. That was big Christian Young in on the tackle there, freshman for Blanchard.
Did we get a mass sub during the Tecumseh game last week at all?
Yeah, pretty late.
Pretty late.
Ethan Cole out there, Luke Young out there. Vaughn McIntyre still out there defensively as well for the Lions on this 3rd down and 4 play from the 26. Coey bumps into his own man. He's going to run for the first down, though, on the busted play and get out to the 31-yard line. Tackled by Ethan Cole after a 5-yard gain.
It's always invaluable experience when you can get some of the younger Lions that are going to be in the starter shoes here in a couple of years. Game experience is better than any experience, so I'm excited to see some of the names we shout out for the final 7.
Brody Sherman out there as well defensively for Blanchard on this 1st and 10 play. Pitch right side goes to Stubblefield. Stubblefield turns up to the 35, and that's where he's going to get taken down by Vaughn McIntyre. Gain of 4 on the run. Sets up a 2nd down and 6.
What's a group of Lions called?
Pride of Lions.
Pride.
You've also got Jax Nixon out there, another freshman as well on the field for Blanchard. 2nd down and 6 from their own 35 for Ardmore. 56-13 our score. The Lions have scored once on either side of halftime. The last one, a long touchdown pass to the freshman Jaden's Wright. This time the ball's loose, and Coey picks it up after the fumble and gets 1 yard on the play. Fortuitous bounce that time, went right back up into his belly, and he'll gain 1.
Good awareness by the Blanchard D to see where the ball was after the muff happened and rally to the ball and get a nice tackle.
Connor Schuler on the field now for the Lions as well on this 3rd down play from the 36. 3rd down and 5 upcoming. Ardmore needs to get it to the 41. 5:45 to play. Blanchard up 56-13. Coey looking left, throwing, pass is incomplete. Over the head of Wright, the intended receiver. Good coverage by Jax Nixon. And it's 4th down, and now Ardmore is going to punt it away.
Not a bad stand there from the new unit for Blanchard. Like we said, game experience is invaluable, and if you can do as good as they did on their first drive for this game, that's your aces.
Blanchard just going to play a little base defense here and send Carter back as the safety man on this punt. Kick from Coey is away. Carter will fair catch it at the 35-yard line. And Blanchard will take over there with 5:29 to play. And we'll see Shattuck Swires lead the Blanchard offense out onto the field.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen the reserve unit for the Blanchard offense. I'm excited to see if they can generate a touchdown here in the final frame of this 4th quarter. Brought to you by the Dental Garage.
That's right.
Maybe they'll generate some First United first downs.
From the 35-yard line. We haven't had many First United first downs in the second half, and a lot of big plays.
Yeah.
Chauncey Conway in at running back on 1st down. Jax Nixon comes on late at wide receiver for the Lions.
Jace Vermillion, wide receiver, bottom of your screen.
And Ardmore jumps offside on 1st down. So they'll give 5 free yards to the Lions. Looking around in district tonight, Bethany's up big on Hera, 42-0 in the 3rd quarter. Tecumseh leads Tuttle 57-0 in the 3rd quarter. And one other game in district, that's Chickasha leading Medill 26-21. That game in the 4th quarter. Chickasha looking for their first win of the year. 1st and 5 now for Swires, who hands it to Conway. Conway up the middle, now bouncing to his left, and he's taken down for a loss. Couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage, lost 1. It'll be a 2nd down and 11.
Believe
got Sam Miller in the game at offensive line. Colin Schuler out there as well, as is Christian Young offensively for the Lions. Want to make sure we shout out as many players as we can that are out there. Derek Palmer in at wide receiver as well here on the near side. That's the left side for those of you listening on the radio. 2nd down and 6. Fake handoff. Swires keeps it left side. Gets to the 45. 1st down, midfield. Ball knocked away. Still loose on the field, and Ardmore recovers it. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Yeah.
It went out of bounds at the 44-yard line. I thought maybe it bounced back in, but our referee right on the spot. And by the way, our refereeing crew tonight, Jeff Murray, Danny Schote, Gary Lewis, David Hammonds, Kerry Sanders.
If you didn't know before, you definitely will know after this game who they are.
That's a nice run by Shattuck Swires and a 1st down. Keeps that clock moving here. As soon as I know he got out of bounds, so it will not keep the clock moving. It'll stop it with 4:43 to play. First and 10 from the Ardmore 44. Swires, low snap, hands to Conway, straight ahead. Conway runs for a couple, still on his feet to the 40, down to the 39. Good 5-yard run, hard running that time by Chauncey Conway. I mentioned Colin Schuler out there, Connor Schuler out there as well.
Brothers? Lovely. Twins.
They're a day older than
Both day older
juniors,
than the
a
great
day
Nate.
older than Nate.
It's not fair.
Chauncey Conway, by the way, pretty interesting story. Came to Blanchard our first year doing this, goes away, comes back for his senior year.
Ethan Cole in at wide receiver now. As Swires works out of the gun on second down. 3:54 to play. Handoff on the sweep. This is Derek Palmer. And Palmer lost the ball. And Ardmore might have recovered this one. Wait on the signal. And the Tigers did recover it at the 35-yard line. So Blanchard gives it back on a turnover. An Ardmore player is down and hurt.
Oh, that doesn't. It's a big hit.
That's the big fullback for Ardmore, Matt Felder, who's gotten some snaps in the second half. Slow to get up, fullback and linebacker.
Got a couple of big ones next week, honestly, across 4A. Poto and Salisaw, those are two teams that Blanchard faced last year in the playoffs. That'll be an interesting one. Obviously, Blanchard Tuttle. And then Wagner Grove. We were talking about Grove in the halftime report. 6-0 is Grove.
While they attend to Felder, real quick, tonight in Class 4A, Poto is going to win over McLean 35-13. Elgin is up in the fourth quarter now, 56-7 on Weatherford.
Elgin's a wagon.
Yeah, boat racing Weatherford tonight. Hilldale looking for the upset of Broken Bow on the road. They're up 22-19 in the fourth quarter. Wagner and Cushing, that game is in the third quarter, and it's 28-21. Wagner holding on to a 7-point lead over Cushing. And those are really the games that are in doubt that could be some minor upsets tonight.
I think
Felder,
Cushing is a little bit stronger than what they were last year.
Felder gets a little help off the field there, and he will head to the bench. As now it's 1st and 10 for Ardmore after that turnover at their own 35-yard line. Fourth quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. We got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Coey hands off on the trap underneath. That's Singleton on the carry. Stubblefield, on the carry. And he's going to gain 4 out to the 39. 3 games left on the schedule for the Lions. 2 that seem like easy wins, and then the toughest of all coming up next week against Tuttle on the road. 2nd down and 6. Handoff to Haskins, the fullback, who runs for a first down out to the 46-yard line. 7-yard gain. Clock will stop while the chains reset and then move again with 3:05 to play.
A win against Tuttle next week pretty much almost guarantees you a first-place spot in district.
Especially with the 2 teams at the bottom of the district coming up at the end of the year.
A
Medill
loss
and Chickasha.
Puts you easily at 2nd because of your win versus Bethany.
That's right. There's a handoff again to Haskins, who's going to get to the 49. And that's a big, first or second, you host in the first round. But if you are a second-place team, you go on the road in the second round. We saw a couple years ago, Blanchard suffered that fate and had to go on the road to Cushing. You remember in the second round of that playoffs.
We came prepared for a snowstorm, and I still was freezing. That's what I remember about that game.
2nd down and 8 from the 49. Coey throwing up top, going deep for Wright, who makes a great grab inside the 20-yard line.
That was good.
Jaden's Wright with a great pass from Damon Coey. Has the first down at the 14-yard line. I really like this kid, just a freshman. For Ardmore, who's got another great grab.
Pretty ball, too.
He's got to be over 100 yards now on the game. He had that 74-yard touchdown earlier, 78-yard touchdown. What was it? 68-yard touchdown. Third time's the charm.
Ardmore's first year in 4A, too, I believe.
Down from 5A. 1st and 10 at the 14. Handoff to Laster underneath. Laster bouncing outside to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone for the touchdown. So a late touchdown for the Tigers cuts into the deficit with 2:05 to play. It's now 56-19. And Tellez will come on for the extra point.
All set up from that bomb that we just saw from Ardmore. They've been successful on the edge at some points tonight. Found success again on that left side, testing that edge, running for 6.
For Blanchard, they'll probably just hand it off here after they get the ball back, but should be able to hand it off 3 times and run enough clock to end this ball game. I don't think Ardmore's going to take any timeouts here. Tellez on for his 3rd extra point of the night. The first one was a bad snap. The last 2 have been good snaps, and he's knocked them both through. 2:05 to play. Blanchard 56, Ardmore 20. Tonight's game brought to you by Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. 4th quarter brought to you by the Dental Garage. You're listening to Blanchard Lions football.
So you want to create your future, discover a path worth traveling down, find a career to get excited about. For decades, Career Tech has been training talented, skilled individuals, empowering them to step into a career that fuels not only their life, but the Oklahoma workforce. These individuals are the heartbeat of this state's economy. Individuals just like you. Create your future today at Oklahoma Career Tech.
This back-to-school season, give your home the connection it deserves with Go Pioneer Fiber Internet. Experience the power of Wi-Fi 6 technology for smoother streaming, gaming, and learning. And with the Go Pioneer Smart Wi-Fi app, managing your home network is a breeze. Choose from multiple plans with symmetrical speeds for lightning-fast uploads and downloads.
Welcome back in. Ardmore with a late touchdown cuts into the lead. It's 56-20 Blanchard with 2:05 to play. Todd Lisenby, Drake Vitito, the great Nate doing a great job as always here for us tonight.
Hey, the Yankees lost tonight on a walk-off and extras.
Yes, they did. Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock KRXO studios.
Isaiah Hartenstein gets injured for the Thunder and J-Dub on the same day. It's been a great day for me.
Kickoff by Tellez is going to be a short kick that's going to go, well, it went out of bounds, but it was caught out of bounds. I don't know why the Blanchard player caught it out of bounds, but it'll be a flag and put the ball at the 35-yard line where Blanchard will have it 1st and 10.
It's a pretty good trivia question for
2:05
this
to go.
week.
What?
You call a fair catch on a kickoff that is caught out of bounds. What is the call?
It's out of bounds.
Yeah.
There's also a weird rule with kickoffs. I don't know if you know this or not, but if one part of you is out of bounds when you're touching the ball, it's a kickoff out of bounds. So I've seen a couple times in games where the ball will be a yard from out of bounds and the player will put his foot out of bounds and lean over and touch the ball, and that makes the ball out of bounds. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a weird rule, quirky rule. Shattuck Squire's in at quarterback for this last drive. Hands to Conway. Conway right up the middle, runs for about 2 yards to the 37 before he's wrestled down. Blanchard with the win will improve to 7-0. Ardmore going to fall to 4-3 on the season, 2-1 in district play for the Tigers. 2-2 now in district play for the Tigers. Blanchard at 4-0 in district play. District championship is on the line next week in Tuttle, taking on another set of Tigers. Same color scheme and everything next week from the Tuttle Tigers, as you get from Ardmore tonight.
Much better opponent, though, comes next week.
I think we'll talk about it after this play. 2nd down and 8, another handoff to Conway. Conway's going to run right side. He's got a 1st down. Out to the 47, and that should be all Blanchard needs to do. You can hand it off one more time, and it should be it. I think, Drake, from being at I wasn't at the Guthrie game this year. It's the one game I missed. Being at every other game, I think I am solid in saying, and I bet Coach Craig would agree with me, that they will have to play their best game of the year next week to win against Tuttle.
Yeah, if you just go up and down the list of score watching for Tuttle, they have just been molly-whopping every single opponent they played, whether it be district or non-district.
Handoff to Conway again. Conway running left. Conway to the 50, 45, 40, and he got out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock. There is a flag down. Going to be on Blanchard for a hold, I think, and bring this one back.
We spoke on it a little bit during the broadcast, but the biggest problem in that game last year against Tuttle was kind of hamstrung in the offensive position because the quarterback play was not to the par that we're usually seeing for Tuttle usually, which really resulted in them being one-dimensional, mainly relying on the run. I think that element is completely wiped out this year. They are very non-one-dimensional. They have a new QB in that can make some gash plays on Blanchard potentially, like we saw tonight from Ardmore on that huge pass play in the first play of the second possession, I believe, for Ardmore in the second half. But like you said, Todd, it's going to take the best game from Blanchard to beat Tuttle because they are looking like a squad this year.
So that hold is going to move the ball back, and Blanchard doesn't have to run another play. The clocks are going to run out, and Blanchard is going to win it by a score of 56-20. I'm going to let you vote on who our player of the game is tonight. You think so?
Alex Price?
Let's go with Alex Price. 8 of 8 on extra points. First time we've ever seen that from Alex Price. That is Price's best game as a Blanchard Lion, and all 8 of the extra points tonight were true, something that could come up big in a game like next week against Tuttle. So congratulations to Alex Price, our LB Realty Group player of the game tonight. Big thanks to Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air, our sponsor tonight, the Dental Garage, our fourth quarter sponsor tonight as well, as Blanchard wins it by a final score of 56-20. Drake, 15 seconds, final thoughts.
I think more than anything what we saw, the fast start tonight was the first of, example of a team that you should go out and beat in the Ardmore Tigers. You got 2 good weeks of subpar opponents to rest up any potential injuries, maybe guys resting to come back for the game, a big game, the game of the regular season that is next week against Tuttle for basically district championship standings.
That was 40 seconds, roughly, and I asked for 15, but still I agree with the analysis. Drake, good work as always. We will be back at it next Friday from Tuttle right here on the stream for those of you watching, and also on Classic Rock 104.5 as well. Big thanks to everyone that helped tonight, everyone that was on the camera crew here, everyone that helped out from the stream broadcast, the great Nate here in the booth as well. Always, we appreciate his help. Big thanks to Addison Scott back in the Classic Rock 104.5 studios tonight, and of course, thank you to all of the sponsors of Blanchard Lions football here on Classic Rock 104.5 this year, including tonight's title sponsor, Yarborough & Sons Heating and Air. They sponsored the touchdowns, too, and Blanchard put 8 of those through tonight, knocked through all 8 extra points, and win big tonight here at the Oscar Brooks Sports Complex. Final score on this fall break week, Blanchard 56, Ardmore 20. We'll be back at it next Friday from Tuttle. For everyone here involved, my name is Todd Lisenby, wishing you good night. This has been Blanchard Lions Football.